gracious. Oh my good golly. Oh my Miss Molly. I hope you're doing well. I hope life's treating you well. Oh my god. Yo. Tyler, how do? Grid. Oh my gosh. MJ. I'm not gonna weigh in one bit on who's first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. Mind if all major lift. I choose not to. Buggers, yo.
The voices won't stop.
The voices.
They only get louder.
Oh my god, haunting my every living hour is crazy.
Awful things. Like sub with Twitch Prime.
Oh my god, so true, Tyler. Thank you so much for 45 months and 109 streak. My god. Dios mío. I hope you're doing well, King. I hope you're doing well. Oh, no one has ever had a streak as high as 7. So true. Oh my gosh, I am a Groger. Does anyone need anything? Yeah, could you get me like 15 vats of like chili? That'd be great. Seems like a good way to be. Nap is a centrist. Yeah, I would sooner hurl myself into the Hudson. Confirm. What do you mean? Dios mío. Not weighing in on a subject is different than saying all sides have valid points. I just don't believe in the validity of the question, King. Very different. Never in chili doesn't seem like my type of food. Too goopy, sticky. Well, King, in fairness, I've never had a sticky chili. I've never had a goopy chili, but to each their own, you know? Highly recommend it. It's delicious. You could have it many different ways. Yo, Angel outdo. I have appeared from the void. So true. The Hudson River? Nope. Bay. The Hudson Bay. Next to none of it. Gotcha! You thought! L plus ratio. What a journey that is. Really proves your dedication to not being a centrist. All the way from Nunavut to New York. Nah, see, you're missing the Hudson Bay, which is the much larger Hudson. You see, that is right next to Nunavut. So, I don't have to worry about a thing when referencing that. If I ever miss a stream, assume something awful has happened to me. Oh God. Oh my Dios mío. I don't want to have to assume something awful's happened to you. What do you mean? Simply take precautions so that doesn't happen, you know? It'll be healthier for you in general. Yeah, just ensure that you always have like brake fluid and you know, you always carry an umbrella in case of rain and the like, and you'll be safe. You'll be right as rain. It'll be great, Tyler. It'll be great. But I hope you've all been doing well. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope life's treated you well throughout it, you know? It is for me, anyone started watching Hannibal, so he has good books. Oh my god, Hannibal! Barca! Surely Barca, that's who we mean. I should not have gotten a small cart. I have too many groceries. Simply buy another cart. 2 carts, get 2. Not a bigger one, 2 small ones. Or like learn to juggle. That could fix it, you know. It's maybe it is not that your cart is too small, King. Maybe it's just simply that you're going too fast. It has nothing to do with the size of the cart. It's the speed with which you're shopping. I think that wasn't half bad. I think that was not. Assume I'm either choosing not to watch gasp or that I consumed by a video game. Gasp! You've been eaten by a video game? That's crazy. And here I would have thought it would have been the other way around, you know? Oh, I got a leaky roof. Oh, Dios mío. But welcome back, chat. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to some Minecraft. Oh my god. It's been so long. It's been forever. As one chatter may once have said a few years ago. Nap, do you want my honest opinion on that transition? I want your opinion on every transition I make, King. Why? I always watch it. So long as it is positive, reflects well upon me, and gasses me up, then absolutely. I'm sure the reaction was great, but my stream froze because Jesus Christ! Why? That can't have been your reaction. That's not your opinion. That is a noise. That's not even you. That's a noise. That is a hellish noise you have played. My God. If I don't watch, assume I'm at a reenactment show or at a town hall, city hall, village hall, whatever you want to call it. You know, both are possible. Or some other such thing, you know. Oh Dios mío! But yeah, we're back with some craft. Namely, just because Menacing asked, and no other reason. Honestly, we were gonna play Deltarune, but alas, I felt, you know, it has been a while since we've crafted and mined, and so it felt fitting that we would hop back into this saddle, and then Friday we'll be back with some Deltarune, you know? Namely also because there's alliteration in Minecraft Monday, and I like alliteration. It's been known. People have said, you know? You tell me, I forgot about those. Well, your old pal Napoleon didn't. I know all. I am omniscient. I am omnipotent, you know? It's true. It's true. The Great British Bake Off. Oh my God. Greg's forced me to watch the Bake Off as well. What do you mean forcing? Like a gunpoint? What do you mean? Don't tell Mello we were gonna dealt. Well, I won't. Don't worry. Also, in fairness, I came really close to it because Mello did send me a really cool little thing, and I was like, oh, maybe I do want to delve more into this story. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should take a little breather and chat about Deltarune while playing Minecraft. Is perfect. It's the best of both worlds. As pop sensation of the mid 2000s, the Hannah Montana would say, you know. Nap, what is the week you were hinting at in the sub channel? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know what's coming down the pipeline? Huh? What, you want to like plan around something or something like that? Wow. Maybe I won't say. Maybe I won't say. I will. That's a lie. I'm going to say. No, yeah, the week of weeks is coming up. It shall be upon ye soon, which is going to be a nap week. It has been in the chamber for quite some time. I'm hoping to not need have to assist with the appointments that I've been assisting with, and to have a cleared the week schedule. And to be able to actually get a nap week done, because I've kind of genuinely felt very bad that it has not happened yet. Yes, Jesus Christ, I'm in a croaker. Well, what's Jesus got to do with that? Was he meant to save you from that? Is that deliverance? Like, what do you mean? Oh my gosh, time to drag. I don't want to trash mean. Nap, were you gonna do a nap week this week, but then realized that meant streaming on 9/11, so you delayed it? No, surely not. Well, rather, maybe, you know, hypothetically, maybe I thought that would be fine, and then was proven quite swiftly it wouldn't be in a different stream, and went, you know what? Yeah, I'll just avoid it. Surely. You know, I mean, hypothetically speaking. Not literally speaking, that would be crazy. What's the theme? When is it happening? Can Jesus deliver my groceries? Maybe. I don't know. Have you ever asked? You ever gone there, got communion, and we're like, please, groceries. To me! My house, my domicile, deliver! To me, please! Maybe you'd do it. Maybe you'd do it. I don't have the bed right. Okay, good. I was like, I need to pick up this bed. There's nobody to be blamed. I said it was hypothetical, chatters. I don't know why you're taking it so literally. I just said it was hypothetical. It's crazy that you would then presume it to be literal. That makes no sense. Why would you make that jump? Don't listen to the mob. I never would listen to a mob. What do you mean? They just make the same noise on loop. They go or those are the noises, no others. I can't, you know, I can't. I guess thwomp, is that the noise you would make for Enderman? You know, ghost groceries to me, please. You know, actually, in fact, I'm kind of surprised there's never been a ghost mob added into Minecraft. Oh, I mean, there are, but there aren't. You know what I mean? Like, there's Vexes and there's Phantoms, but there's no, like, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no, like, spooky specter go in and out of the wall, is there? I guess there's... I don't know if I'd count that. I like... Yeah, I don't think there's like any true ghost mobs. Oh, thank you, so kind of you. Oh wow, ghasts, but ghasts are ghasts. The ghast and phantom and vexes and allays. Ghasts are ghasts, which is its own type of monstrosity. Phantoms are phantoms, not ghosts. And vexes and allays are close, I would say. Allays, not at all. Allays are just fairies, and vexes appear to be corrupted versions of that. So, not a ghost. Yeah. What's the theme? When is it happening? Well, hopefully next week. And the theme? Who said? Why does it need to be a theme? Maybe the theme's me. Maybe the theme's just little old me. You know? Ghasts are cats. That too in Minecraft. Outside of Minecraft, ghasts are their own monster, separate from ghosts and ghouls. A like offshoot of ghoul. A player-sized stereotypical ghost. Is that what you're referring to? Not even necessarily players. I could just be like torso size, like no legs, torso size kind of thing. But yeah, just like a ghost. Like goes around like, ooh, goes through walls, possesses people, I guess. Okay, but what is the theme since it's not you? Maybe it is me. Maybe I am the theme though. Why can't I be the theme? What's so wrong about that? And you know, maybe the theme will be well, it probably won't be Halloween because that would make more sense in like an October timeline. Yeah, we could make it. Actually, yeah, we hit the. We'll probably do the revival theme. We'll probably do where we revive a bunch of games. So that's probably what it's gonna be. And I'll probably put a poll somewhere into the Discord to get people's opinions on what games, suggestions, and then a poll for voting for what 5 games ought to be revived. You know. Okay, but happy almost funny day. I'm so glad I made the decision I did. Hello, Mello. I hope you're doing well. Sure, you can the theme nap. Yeah, see, I can be the theme. We'll just play Total War Napoleon. It'll be great. Everybody loves that game. Everybody in this chat specifically. Just a bunch of real big fans of the Total War franchise to begin with, and strategy games, and especially strategy games that came out in 2010. Oh, 2010. Wait, that's actually so much more recent than I thought. Oh, it came out in the 2010s. I can say yes. Yes. Oh. What a time to be alive. He almost did Deltarune, but decided not to because he was playing Minecraft in a while. What the heck? That one I would behave in this which categories now. Oh my gosh. Well, no, listen, we're just gonna play Deltarune Friday. It's fine. Listen, Mellow, it's fine. Menacing asked for some Minecraft, and so I said yes, of course. Why not? Menacing, you know, you almost never ask for anything, so yes. Guess who needs a root canal? Yo, Ray, I'll do. You? What? I based on the way you came in and announced it, I have to assume you require a root canal. That sucks. Hopefully that goes well for you. What is wrong with you? Nothing. Oh my god. Tyler really did just shotgun blast that, be like, hey, Mello, here's a thing you never would have otherwise heard that will make you unhappy. Oh, but Mello, I was going to say you sent a really cool little video earlier, and I was going to ask you about it, because I was like, oh, wait a sec, I'm intrigued by the representation that one Spampton v. Spampton gets amongst the animations I've seen, because he seems so sinister. He seems so sinister in all of that. But he doesn't seem sinister in the game. He just wishes that heaven would witness him, you know? That's, you know, that's more biblical than anything. More of like a, I just want to be seen by the Lord Almighty or something. Whomever that is in the Toby Fox universe. Does Toby Fox have like unresolved religious trauma? Is that something? Is that something that is like a known fact? Kind of seems it. Then again, he probably grew up in like the 80s, so yeah, fair enough. Actually, I have no idea. How old is Toby Fox? No one has suffered as much as Mellow Hello. They're having other issues today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, he's creepy. I love him. Oh, just found out a few minutes ago. Ooh. That is rough. Well, hopefully that means you can get some ice cream out of it. I think that usually happens when you get dental surgery. They're usually like, yeah, you can now eat cold ice cream only for like the next 20 to 24 hours. Enjoy, you know. Should I buy $30 worth of V-Bucks or Robux on my parents' card? What do you mean? Oh my god. With their permission? Whichever you play more. Without the permission, neither. I actually pretty sure you wouldn't see it. Why wouldn't I see it? Why wouldn't I see it? My god, you sent it directly to me. Why wouldn't I see it? Toby might not, but I know some people who do. Oh yeah? Who that? Actually, wait, never mind. That's a loaded question. Toby's 31. Okay, so he's what? Born in the 90s, I guess? Or is that the 80s? No, 90s. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. He would be born in what? 94? Interesting. I'm gonna spam your DMs with Napoleon-related TikToks. Why? There is a TikTok channel in the Discord for that. Oh my god. Also, how did you find so many? I'm genuinely gobsmacked. I didn't even know there was that much of that kind of thing out there. I mean, sure, I knew there was the people who saw Hamilton and then were like, I'm going to apply modern fandom to this, and that's, oh boy, that's its own thing. But like, what? I mean, sure, who am I to talk? But like, I genuinely cannot fathom what would possess somebody to do, not like in a negative, not like in a, oh, this is revolting, in like a, okay, but like, why? What made them that interested to like put in the effort to do this? Because they're not simple either. Like, some of them seem like fairly complex edits, and I'm like, what? This would take time. This isn't like you took a clip and just edited some audio on top of it. You like, I mean, sure, some of it's some CapCut preset stuff, but still. He was born in 91. Oh, I'm way off on math. Napchick DMs, don't bring up a Hamilton to me. I was so deep in those trenches. What? There's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, there's nothing inherently negative. It was just, I remember when I came across it at one point, I went, oh, that's a little, okay, interesting. I think, honestly, you could probably write a paper on it in terms of, like, what the intersection between a historical figure and, like, I guess it's not unlike the people who, well, no, it's a little different because they're all dead. Is that kind of like when the people write their fan fictions about real people? Maybe. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself. That's so rude. Now, if you can look up Napoleon edits on TikTok and find thousands. Well, where are these people, huh? Where are they? Why has my luring trap of naming myself after such an illustrious line of dictators? Why has that not come to fruition? Where's my easy benefit day? Let's all watch this guy, huh? Thousands. Devastating. I spam Nab's DM with personal information because I know he can't see it, and it's a convenient way to send information from one device to another. Now that's crazy. You gotta realize, like, I don't know what's causing it, but at the end of the day, like, that is such a landmine of, like, maybe an update happens to Discord, and I finally get these messages, and I just get, what, a bunch of personal information? That's crazy. That's crazy. Nap knows about the Miku bind. Yes, but only from you guys, in fairness. That one I didn't know before I started streaming. That is a stream original, so far as I'm concerned. Check DMs or I'll cry. Okay. Or I'll cry is crazy. I want to try and get to heaven. So true. So true. Oh my gosh. The Napchick DM or I'll cry. I send you a sweet message. See, I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that, King. I don't know if I feel like I should be wary. And pray it doesn't happen. My God, someday. Nap, I've sent you a person who makes the Napoleon fan art on Twitter. Okay, I'm paid now. Shut up. What do you mean, shut up? Oh my God. Also, that's true. That's true. You also, when you posted your art, I remember there was people who were like, Napoleon, you're like, actually, Minecraft guy. And they were like, what? I remember that. That was like, what, a year ago? 2 years ago, maybe? I promise it's sweet. My God. I'm sweet. Okay, wait, that actually is nice. How dare you? First of all, how dare you? Second of all, why is that actually nice? Don't do that. Don't come in here and throw a live hand grenade at me like that. Oh my God. Watch the video. It's like 2 seconds long. I don't know what's in it. And my audio, the way it's routed, it'll play it because it's currently still routed to record Discord because of when I did gamed. So I cannot do that right now, King. I am so sorry. Also, you don't even have to unmute. I think it automatically unmutes though. I'm trying to focus on paying. MJ, just write him a check. What do you mean? Me and the Kroger. Yeah, so that'll be check, and you just like cut a check for like, I don't know, 15 bucks. I assume that's not even. I remember I was talking to some old guy the other day. He was like, you know, you could use checks to pay at the grocery store. I was like, I don't think anywheres but a bank would accept a check today. For the love of God, like I don't think. Sure, I mean there's some landlords, but like I can't imagine a business that's like, yeah, we'll take check. Like no shot. I scared you earlier, so now I gotta combat it with sweetness. How dare you? How dare you? What kind of mass manipulation is this? Dollar Tree accept checks. Really? Are you actually 600 years old? 1,003, but yes. What do you mean? Write him a check. Cut the check. Cut him a check. What do you mean? I think it's a perfectly great way of being. Open the video on your phone with no audio. Easy. Suspiciously easy. What if it tracks my IP and location in that moment? Wow, you're just really zoomed in on my nose right now, huh? On like the nose of that on the nose of the helmet. You can't even see my eye. It's just the helmet. Oh god. I don't think like it's the same way like a lot of things like in Catch Me If You Can and stuff like that, where it's like, oh man, that check issue, I don't even think that's a problem. Would be a problem anymore because everybody gets their checks like, well, not everybody, most people. I assume most pilots probably get like direct deposit these days and don't even have a check physically, right? DMing Napa sample. Oh my god. Open the video. Wait, I ended the Southern Hospital to the old lady cashier in your Yankee yapping way. Hey, what do you mean? First of all, what do you mean Yankee? Second of all, what do I care about this Southern hospitality? What do I care about the Kroger old lady? Hey, did you promote the channel? Hey, why'd you like it? What, you go to her? You'd be like, anyway, thanks very much. Here's my check. Also, don't forget, check out Napoleon the 7th on twitch.tv. I doubt it. What do you mean? Oh man, come on. You didn't grab the old lady by the hand and say, well, bless your heart, why don't you just trundle on off and go on to twitch.tv and watch Napoleon the 7th. Well, you know, come on. It'd be great. I'm gonna send those. Oh my god. Let's stop talking about sending bombs, okay? In a video game. Oh my god. Look at the cool art I just sent you. Cool art. Cool art. Okay, wait, that is actually sick. Wait a minute, that's true. Wait, that's so cool. What a... It's the same thing that happened with Undertale. What an interesting fandom Deltarune has. Where like there's just such a vibrant amount of like creative people, dude. It's so interesting. It's like constantly inventing and reinventing itself. It's so I dig it. Your $15 check would cover like 1/32 of the price of my groceries. I don't know how much you're getting. I just ballparked. I don't know. You didn't give me an itemized list. I wasn't like, approximating based on the items, but you could have only been buying bric-a-brac and bubblegum for all that I know. And why am I to assume a $15 check wouldn't cover it? I mean, come on, surely. I will say, Delta Nap Season 3 can't happen yet because you haven't gotten to the main theme of Season 3 in Chapter 4. I don't even think... Was there even Delta Nap Season 3 for Chapter 3? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I don't even know whatever happened to that story that was being written, Mel. I don't know. Seems like you're kind of behind the 8-ball kick. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we just shelf Deltarune. Maybe we just... maybe we wait for Chapter 5 to finish Chapter 4. I don't like getting into unfinished stories, you know? So maybe we'll just wait. Maybe we'll just wait it out, you know? Oh my gosh. I was gonna DM that. Don't say that, Ray! Oh my god. I was in the Kroger for like an hour. Well, how was I to also? That could have all been for Brick and Bread. Maybe you were looking at different types of Laffy Taffy. Maybe you were like, ah, man, I really like the strawberry, but there's also lime or something. I don't know what you were up to. A million different things could have been happening, you know? Gee willikers, I love Big League Chew, but alas, I also want some everlasting gobstoppers, you know, what with the Willy Wonka theme we're going for. It's possible. Yo! Bites out though. You're just angry you're locked out of Lancet Cookie ending. No, I'm not. I still got the Lancet Cookie. You don't know. You're wrong. Wrong. I still have it. I fought through bosses where I needed healing like a fish needs water, and by God did I not use that Lancet Cookie. I want credit. I want recognition to my determination what with I am filled with. Oh my God. DM nabbed the ingredients for napalm. But separately just as a warning. Just as a warning, it's crazy. Mello needs to finish drawing the Yahoo. No, what? Oh my God. I'm behind this story. Unfortunately, I'm dying. No, you're fine. I was just... King. I'm just being facetious. I'm just poking fun. Now would be a great time to go to the nerd store, but Transformers 24 isn't out till Wednesday. Rough. What about Transformers 25? Is that one out? Maybe they released it early. Who knows? Maybe you get there and they already have it though. I mean, they definitely already have it, so maybe they will sell it to you, you know? I got a D&D book that way. I got the new monster, the 2024 Monster Manual. I got it like a week before it was actually released because I got it at a convention. Yeah. So, you know, maybe they sell it to you. Maybe they're like, hey, listen, so long as you promise not to tell nobody. But the new toy set is out. Nap is so self-centered, he reads Napalm as Napalm. What do you mean? That's all it is. It's Napalm. There's nothing else. You're referencing me. It's only... Everything's about me, MJ. I thought we covered that. It's called the Lancet Cookie Eddie, not all Lancet Cookie Eddie. But I died and then came back and still had it, so I never used it. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's as if I never did it. Oh my God. I went to a used bookstore today and got a West Coast Avengers number 77 and like 5 copies of Saw for my Saw wall. You really should call it your Saw Mill. I'm not gonna lie. That I feel like that would be a better name instead of wall. Like I know it is a wall, but you could call it your Saw Mill, you know? I have the funniest Delta Nap art ever to make once. We finished the next part of chapter 4. All right, chat, we're moving over to chapter 4 Deltarune. Okay. Art was promised. We're moving over instantly. That is, it really is that easy, kings. Alas, that truly is all it would take. Yes, so that needs to come down. Oh, right, that's what I was probably gonna do. I was gonna do the yes, of course. Where's my stone cutter? Oh, good heavens. New issues come out on Tuesdays and store supply them on Wednesdays. They definitely got them. They definitely got them stashed away somewhere in there. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. That's how comic industry works. No, I don't think so. No. You go to that store. You say, gimme now. Gun to their head, they give it to you. You know, in a video game. I'm just saying, you show up, you show up with the Optimus Prime plasma cannon prepped and ready. I don't think they deny you. I don't think they deny you your new comic. I think they go, yes, right away, MJ. Anything for you. But it's DVD copies of Saw being command stripped onto my wall, so it's a Saw wall. I don't know. The mill just seems like a I don't know. Maybe if you eventually get 1 million copies, you can call it a Saw mill. You'd have 1 million copies of Saw on your wall. It's just shrinks your room by like a foot. Oh my god. I mean, actually, I have no idea. It would shrink it by some denomination. I don't know if a foot's correct, but oh. James, Dave 2, or whatever the names are, also red light, huh? But I like my store employees. J Dave Abs, Dave 2, or whatever their names are. Why do you reference one of these comic book employees by the abs they have? That seems, I mean, fair enough, I suppose. To each their own. There's no crime against it. That is an acceptable form of reference, I guess. Does the sawmill come with child labor? What? No, why would it? That's horrendous. Nap, it's the movie Saw. A foot is gonna be lost. Okay, that's clever. That's clever. You know, in fairness, I've never actually seen a Saw movie, so I've never saw one, I guess. I've never saw Saw. Don't think I ever will, but that's just because, you know, I'm glad that it interests you. Not exactly the genre of my dreams, so probably just gonna avoid that one. But you know, I've heard good things about its recent ones. Now, seesaws, that's a different thing altogether. My God, I haven't been on one of them things in 6 trillion years. Oh man, actually I'd love to go on a seesaw. Oh man, I knew a kid who got a buckle fracture from one of those. I mean, on account of the fact he got absolutely dummied by, he wasn't on it. He dove to catch a ball, and I don't know how or what, but the way he landed was right where Susie, I guess we'll call her, was coming down with the seesaw, and my God, just crushed the poor child's arm. He's okay now. It was only a buckle fracture, like I said, but from that day forward, I recognized the weaponry potential of a seesaw. Yeah, well, you know what? Where's the Saw movie where they use a seesaw or playground equipment like a seesaw to commit their vile acts of murder, you know? When does Shaggy become involved? Wait, no, that's Scream. My bad. Different guy. He's closed on Mondays. No, that's because they're at home watching Napoleon the 7th. That's you know, that's why. You should watch it. I can lend you one of my 7 copies. Oh my God. Saw 10. You need to see Saw 10. Yeah, Mello, wait, in Saw 10 they kill someone with a seesaw? That's actually amazing. What do you mean? How? It's not a deadly weapon. It's the opposite. What, do they just be like, bonk, big bonk, and then the guy dies? Like, what happened? They do, but I would be banned for explaining the trap. Then you know what? I retract my ask. I retract my inquiry. You're so right, King. I really don't think I need to know. The bloodboard, so with this, so I don't even know what that means. Nor do I want to inquire further. What the hell is it? Is that like an ironing board? What do you mean? Bloodboard? That doesn't even make sense. That's how I should rephrase. That's not me asking for an explanation. That's me making a wild assumption and just hanging on to that for dear life. So remember that part where I said I wasn't asking. Oh my god. They used the word of poison. So again, remember the part where I'm so glad I'm not playing Deltarune. You know what? You don't deserve it today. You just Dios mío. Blame stream delay? Nah, I'm gonna blame you. I'm gonna blame you. Why are you explaining these concepts in a PG-13 stream, eh? Why are you discussing the ins and out of a rated R movie in here, eh? That's right, it's on you. It's on you, and I take no responsibility. Stream delay. That doesn't change the rating of the stream. Oh, Dios mío. Because you asked, I was being facetious. And I also then said, reiterated twice, I'm not actually asking. Oh, Dios mío. What a time to be alive. Unlike whoever that was in Saw. But anyway. When are they gonna add Socrates into Saw, you know? Oh god. His stream is the lore tag, so I'm just explaining Saw lore. Oh. Both survived the trap fire, remember. Yippee! Yippee-yahoo! Spoilers? What do you mean? I'm never watching this thing. You think I'm gonna watch a Saw movie? Brother, Chapter 1 is like the peak of spookiness for me. I don't need to go beyond that. And even I can recognize that that's like, you know, a step away down from Saw in terms of its scare factor. Pop, 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 pop. You would be scared of clown? I'm actually not. The fact that he's a clown has nothing to do with it. I actually, yeah, that part, no, that doesn't affect me in the slightest, you know? Oh my god. I mean, I wouldn't consider Saw scary, just gory. Right, so, you know, like, you know how horror as like a genre is defined by the word horrific? So gore, it would often count as a quality of horrific movies, hence slasher films, which are also horror movies and scary, but based only on the fact that they are horrific scenes. You said scary, which is a synonym. It is a synonym for horror. My gosh. Ah, ah. I would also argue that no, Saw is absolutely scary. What do you mean? That is a terrifying concept. Anything that goes on in that movie is terrifying because of what it is. It is an innately spooky movie. Because what do you mean? All of that is horrific. All of that is scary as heck. I wouldn't want any of that to ever happen. Anyway, now let me explain the Saw lore. We begin with a very blue bathroom. What? What do you mean? That's not me asking. Some people low-key deserve it though. I'm not getting into the discourse of a movie I've never even seen on who deserves what. My gosh, my gosh. Y'all are gonna deserve a timeout in a second. I'm gonna set you down and make you think about what you've done. Bop, bop. Devastating. Oh, come on. Saw 6, Luigi Ghost Mansion? That's crazy. What a crazy setting they have. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, what? I'm devastated. I have no opinion on the CEO. I'm apolitical. Well, that's just a lie, but alright. That's just a bold-faced lie. Look at me. I'm mellow. Hello. I'm apolitical. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Bop, bop, bop. It's not even getting into the fact that I don't even think that's I'm personally, I don't even know if that's possible, so. I know some people will declare it of themselves. That doesn't mean they're right. Can I just, Nap, can I just say that I love the use of nether brick slabs? Deep slate. You know, I was probably not gonna say anything. I considered it, but then I went, no, I kind of knew what you meant. But thank you, I appreciate it. I love it. Deep Slate's a block that I very much like. I don't know. I feel very in tune with it. It's got a lot of personality, and it's got like I like the variances you can get between the polished and the cut brick and the tile looking one. So you know, it's nice. No, Mellow is apolitical. Oh my god. Let me sleep. Go down faster. I want to snooze. Any second now. Finally. Look at that enchantment. It looks like lightning on the sword. That's crazy. Also, free Adam from Saw 1. All he did was be rude. And well, you know, it's his fault for partaking with the devil's lettuce, King. That's, you know, we all, that is the highest crime known to man, so alas, deserved. I know nothing else about the movie, but you know. Oh, that's right. I didn't actually turn back on the not in the slightest where I wanted to be. He smokes cigarette. Well, that's just worse. He was put in the trap for being rude, not drugs. No. It was for drugs. No, you think it was the rudeness, but really, it was the drugs. Lo and behold, that was the real reason. Little puppet man just didn't want to admit it. Little puppet on a tricycle? That guy, he's absolutely a narc. What do you mean? Pop, 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 pop. I'm updating my computers to Windows 11. Ooh, well, hopefully it still works. Which is crazy, by the way. The sheer fact that like Windows has been like forcing upgrades on people, not necessarily saying that you're forced to, but like that there are people who were like their computer forced the update and then was unworkable because some computers genuinely just do not have the power or RAM memory to be able to actually boot Windows 11 because it's such a demanding iOS. Like it's just crazy. Operating system, I should say. He was put in the trap because he was an informant for a cop. Well, in the end comes for us all, you know? Bop, 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 bop. No, it doesn't need to extend it that much farther. Just slightly here and there. Oh, Mark. Good old Mark. Miss you every day, buddy. Oh, he really did. He put in such hard work. He defended the village so well. He was just a little guy. I mean, he was huge, actually. And, you know, he tore through so many people. I'm pretty sure he killed like 6 of them before he even started taking damage. Crazy. And I'm pretty sure he killed a summoner, so, or an evoker, so, you know, sick. I don't know who that is. So no. Twitch won't let me sign in on my computer because my browser is not compatible and I've spent all day troubleshooting. I think my computer just needs to update, unfortunately. Ooh. Wait, no, that actually is rough. Wait a minute. That actually is them just like locking you out and forcing you to update. Wait, that's crazy. Oh my god. They're like, yeah, so, anyway, you have to update. You have to. You get no choice in this matter. No. Man, you know I'm the one who said it, but now I want Laffy Taffy. I haven't had that for 6 billion years. I can't even remember the last time I had taffy of any sorts. Now I want some. Seems like it'd be good. Imagine having an incompatible browser. Could be me slash. Oh my god. It's decent. I hope it runs. Oh, it probably will. Like I said, it wasn't you specifically that I was focusing with that. It's more like computers that do run perfectly fine, and not even like the worst of the worst, but like we're just getting bricked left and right when Windows 11 launched. And Microsoft was like, ooh, right, that's right. We did just put a whole lot of requirements, some of which aren't even needed. Like, it could run unless they just make it inoperable unless like certain criteria are met. And like some of the criteria is stuff that is like no one's gonna be like no one needs that inherently. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm home. Yo. Welcome home. Best of luck unpacking your groceries, you know. 2% until Doomsday. Doomsday? The hit animated Justice League movie? Doomsday? That we all know and love? Surely that's what Mello was referencing. Like, there's no way. There's no doubt in my mind. Avengers Doomsday? Well, that hasn't released yet. So I was talking about an animated movie featuring DC's Justice League, you see. Because Doomsday, ironically, given they have Dr. Doom, Doomsday for me typically references DC rather than Marvel. The Watchmen have moved the Doomsday clock to 2% until Doomsday. Dios mío. Everyone's groceries. No! Well, now how am I meant to live? If they're all eaten and gone, you know, I need. Well, now I can't have a stream again. I'm gonna starve. I'm gonna starve. Can't do that to me. I only know the Justice Gang. God, that's so you. That's such a you response, Tyler. I mean that in the nicest of ways. Oh my god. Okay, turned on. I'm getting up Twitch. Yo. Up. Yeah, let's extend it at the bottom too, so it looks a little more natural. Up. Well, my parents were getting my sister because I just got home after driving through awful traffic. I would literally have to immediately leave to go get it. Hey, clutch. Well, it's taking a long time to load. It didn't work. I don't understand. Oh, like it didn't fix your problem with Twitch, or like your computer's bricked? Why not remove the fence? Well, I just did. There you go. Some people, you can't see the vision. you can't see the vision yet. You know, all good things will come in time. There's a Genshin update on 3 days. I need to be able to stream. I think Mr. Microsoft himself has actually banned the Genshin Impact. It's crazy. I think he locked in and he went, no more of this. I want it gone. Get it out of here. Didn't fix my Twitch issue. Can we go visit the desert well for MJ, of course? We can go visit our nearby desert well. That is not in a desert, but is a well. And is made to look like a desert well. How's that? Compromise. Yeah, so anyway, the nap week that will come up, though, we're going to do as revival week because, yeah, it's probably a good time to do both. Knock both out at once. And then we'll get to come back to a bunch of cool games that we've played before. Which I'm kind of interested to see which ones will be the most popular. Just because in general, it helps inform me for, like, future reference, you know? Bop. Tears of the Kingdom. It's possible. If it gets enough votes, you know, it's gotta get on the list, and then it's gotta get the votes. Jesus Christ. Good Lord. I'm being honest. Anyway, that's the desert well. That's not a desert. It's our wheat well. Wow. Wow, look at the wheat well. Yeah, wow. It's so cool. It's made to look like a desert well, but it's in a wheat field. Wheat well. Wow. Wesley the wheat well. Wowee. Wondrous, even. Oh my God. What a time to be alive. Yay, desert well. Yay. Oh my gosh. Gift everyone who votes for Tears of the Kingdom a sub. Oh my god. Let's be so real, Tyler. These are all just gonna become subs to Dream or something. This is or for him, not to him, I should say. Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure humans already got you beat there. Oh, but by the way, due to the requests within the Discord, the current sub goal is Hollow Knight. So, should we hit the September? Oh, ooh, cheaper subs. Ooh, 25% off. Ooh, sub today. Should we hit that sub goal? Then we will do Hollow Knight. Because there was, and then if we get through Hollow Knight, you know, who knows? Maybe Silk Song. Who's to say? Silk Song before. I mean, I don't know if we'll do Silk Song before New Vegi, but you know that I don't know why, but that got me to I made that joke to myself. And I didn't even make it yet. I just went ooh. Pokemon sub goal. It dies. New month, King. New month. We're in September now. New month, new sub goal. I've heard good things though. I mean, I don't know anything about Hollow Knight or Silk Song, other than that they're meant to be like very famous, beautiful games, which are like my favorite niche anyway. So you know, niche is in everybody plays it. I played Hollow Knight for 10 minutes and I could not get into the movement. It is not my thing. Interesting. I don't know anything about it. I just kind of assumed its movement would be similar to like a Celeste or that type of vibe. I'll gift everyone who votes for Tears of the Kingdom whatever they want. What does that even mean? What if I want a brand new car and I play Tears of the Kingdom? You'll be like, yeah, right away? What do you mean? Gotta temper expectations. You can't write a blank check. Nice. Bop, bop, bop. Oh man. Oh yeah, for my D&D game, I've been working on a new lore delivery device that I'm going to be giving to one of the players. I mean, I don't know when it'll ever come up. It's based on some old like 1950s Twilight Zone type vibes, but it's a talking crystal hand, but it'll only attack. It's gonna replace their arm, but only if they travel to another plane of existence while in possession of it, and then they will have to do a trial. So if they ever get banished, they will come back. Well, first of all, the banishment spell will be hijacked by the trial, so they're gonna go on a little solo adventure mid-fight, I guess. And yeah, they will just they will just end up not its faces out. They'll just end up entirely locked into having this hand replacement, I guess. Unless they they could fail the trial. Anyway, it's a talking hand though, and a crystal hand with different gemstone fingers. It'll only have 2 when they get it, and each finger will serve like a little microchip, like a new data set that can be added into the hand so that they can expand it as time goes on. Because that seemed neat and a fun way to have them be able to have like a sort of atlas to be able to consult about things from the past, because it'll be a hand from one of the ancient civilizations. It'll belong to a vizier or like a scribe, maybe, of one of the past civilizations. Because I thought that would be neat, a good way to deliver lore. Yes. Especially because, in that old, and the reason it's kind of based off of that old Twilight Zone episode is because that crystal hand, anytime it'd be talked to, if it didn't know something, would say, I am incomplete. I could serve you better if I were complete. And so that way, if there's ever anything I don't want to provide them with, we're like, I'll ask the hand, and then the hand doesn't know everything. It'll still be limited, and I can still be like, you want that information, and I would like you to have it, but I don't want you to just have it for nothing. So, sure, yeah, if you go find the other data set, you go find the finger that you need, and they'll probably have it give them additional powers, probably like psionics. That seems like a good idea. And a little different from spellcasting, so it gives him something like interesting to actually get out of it. If Half-Life wins, I'll make every class resets. What do you mean? Is he still talking? No. I'm just explaining. Oh my god. Unfortunately, that's really neat, sweetheart. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yo, Hyper Aldo. Long time no see, King. Long time no see. I hope you've been well. I hope life's been treating you well. Up. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I'm curious to see how it'll work out as like kind of a lore delivery device, because that's a little difficult to balance if you're doing any sort of writing in general, be it for something like a role-playing game like D&D, or you're trying to like write a book or something like that. It's like, okay, well, how do I give them a way to learn things in the world, like other than just being exposition to? And it's like, well, you can make it an actual challenge for them to have to like gain information by gaining additional data sets and stuff like that to fill out this hand. And they become limited because their hand only has 2 fingers. Until they get more. Me and Tyler were busy holding class elections. Oh my god. Yes, my life is officially making cyberpunk buildings. Yo, sick, dude. How have they been going? You got another couple high rises built out? Because I know the ones you'd initially say look sick, dude. Crystal Hand sounds unique and cool. And a neat callback. Yes. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's genuinely, and it's not, I'm ripping it off, so it's not super unique. I'm ripping off something just from like the 50s, and that's just because from like 50s sci-fi, and that's purely just because I know none of my players will know anything about it, and I'm thinking I'm gonna try to get some of the information either pre-recorded, so maybe I can tone it, because like the original Crystal Hand of that old Twilight Zone like show like had kind of a robotic voice, and so it'd be cool to be able to try to have some sort of toned voice to be able to do. But I mean, you can do that same kind of thing. I mean, lore delivery devices like that are common in lots of fantasy and stuff like that. I mean, think of the like little mechanical owl in Clash of the Titans, or like the information that for Krypton from Jor-El kind of thing in Man of Steel or other such things. I just think getting a hand out of it will be cool, especially because I want to give them an analogous to a sort of time abyss, if that makes sense, which in writing is the idea of like, oh wait, this world's a lot older than I thought it was, because they're aware of the previous ancient civilization to like the current world. But that was not the oldest civilization. That's just the one that was most prominent in the region that they're in, right before a disaster that caused its fall and which is sort of a Rome analogous type. but then this will be a sort of ancient Egypt analogous type, so its information will counteract some of the stuff that they know, because it'll be from a different perspective. And I like giving players, or you know, in writing in general, I like providing a kind of shotgun blast of information where it's like, oh wait, but which one of these is true? Or, well, rather, which parts of each of these are true? Because there's some truth in kind of all of it. Sometimes it's a matter of perspective. Sometimes it's a matter of what a civilization would have known or not known. You know, I think providing that gives a sense of like, verisimilitude is the word, but like realism to the world. Gives you something to buy into. And the time abyss, which is a thing for fantasy tropes, is neat because it makes you go, wait a second, whoa, how old was this thing? And I would like them to, if they get jettisoned into another universe, they get this new arm and have to complete a sort of trial to become, to gain the title of vizier from a long dead civilization, which I think would be neat, because I want it to be, speaking of Moon Knight, which Tyler was speaking of earlier, based sort of in part around the traveling through the Duat. Or at least that kind of generalized experience, to make it sort of, I don't know, not quite a underworldly like trip, but to give them actually some sort of trial they gotta complete, you know? Almost day 1000, by the way, started on day 100. Ooh! That is absolutely clicking in. Where's Moon Knight where? I do hate that show. Well, I'm just talking about the Duat's not specifically Moon Knight. It's just Moon Knight had that happen in the show, and I assume in one of his comics at some point or other. It'd be weird for him to be that connected to Egypt and not ever deal with the Egyptian underworld. Though I guess maybe he could have not. It's certainly possible. But no, I'm aware Tyler doesn't like the show. I can't say that I think his reasoning makes sense, but I'm aware of it. But yeah, that kind of like exploration of a sort of afterlife type excursion just seems interesting. Like a fun way to make them earn it as well. He was there recently, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm still in the 80s stuff. Makes sense. Because yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's been there lots of times in the comics. In fact, I think there's a whole run of 10 issues of him going through the full experience of the Duat into like the Duat into getting his heart weighed by Anubis and then so on and so forth, and seeing Ra's sunship fight Apophis and the like. Which is always crazy to me because a lot of my knowledge, or not knowledge, but a lot of my introduction to Egyptian lore of like their kind of like mythology comes from the Kane Chronicles, which is just like such a shotgun blast of information. Because I'm pretty sure Rick Riordan just like snatched and grabbed whatever made sense from like all three kingdoms, so like the old kingdom, middle kingdom, and new kingdom of Egypt, which is like, I don't know, 10,000 years worth of time almost. So like, and also variances that would have occurred between like regional choices and the like. But yeah, he's actually a huge fan of the Moon Knight show. No, he's not. I know he's not. Oh my God, Tyler. It would be the Kane Chronicles. What? Oh, you don't like the Kane? What's wrong? Oh, what? What? A man can't enjoy the Kane Chronicles? What? A man can't be like, hey, look at this underappreciated little miniseries that got made, that got absolutely snubbed by a fan base and was way cooler than people gave credit for, and had some interesting ideas and some cool magic, which magic systems are rarely as interesting and developed. Fantasy's terrible as a genre for not developing interesting or original magical systems. Listen, at the end of the day, the Kane Chronicles deserves more love than it gets. That's all I'm saying. It was cool. It was neat. It was interesting. It had some neat little additions to the whole universe. Really love the Game Chronicles. They were so cool. Even the little, yeah, there was like a mini short story I think that got released at one point with, what's his name? Carter meeting up with, not intentionally, but like coming across the Greek side of things. It's interesting because it almost feels like a test. I feel like before Rick Riordan was like, anyway, so Rome's a thing too. Which was a crazy choice. But he was like, anyway, yeah, so Rome, and also, these guys were just as active during the Titan War, which is just an insane choice by him to be like, yeah, so anyway, that's what I'm saying. That's what I choose to be the lore. And it's like, Rick, I don't know if that makes as much sense as you're saying. I don't know if, okay, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Why is it so different? You know, Rick, you're kind of implicitly saying that Rome, you're kind of implicitly making Rome a lot cooler, man. You're making them a whole civilization versus a summer camp, which I know you kind of, you did the summer camp thing initially, so you can't really undo that bit, but you kind of implicitly just been like, yeah, so, the Greeks have a summer camp, and Rome has a whole civilization with like a city and university, like college. It's crazy. Oh. It happens with both Carter and Percy and Sadie and Annabeth. Yes, yes. Yo, Medicine Aldo. Yay, Minecraft. Hi, Nap. Hi, Chad. Hi, Medicine. I hope you're doing well, King. How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? It was a short story where there was a crocodile monster where the main boy of Game Chronicles, Carter, and Annabeth face off against, and Magic Veil kind of blends what the name of the monster is depending on what kid is focusing on it, changing it between Egyptian and Greek monsters. Yeah, because I think it's like an aspect of Sobek for them, and it's something entirely different for the Greeks. I forget which one it is for the Greeks. I agree, Camp Jupiter do wrote absolutely with the balancing of monster. Well, and not even like a balance thing. Just it's like I don't even mean like in a way where it's like, oh, that's unbalanced for like versus monsters, because like not really, in the sense that it's like, you know, the Greek camp had like a little barrier that basically meant monsters couldn't come attack them anyway. So it's like, yeah, you're fine. So like that aspect is kind of fine. It's more just like, man, anybody who is with the Greek side's like, wait, so we just been dying left and right because you send us home for post summer, and what, we could have just made like a whole civilization. And it's crazy because it kind of implicitly is like, I know why he's doing it that way, and it's feeding into like the Roman technological superiority. Like it's how do you differentiate the two, and you know, play upon the whole like, oh well, Rome became a more advanced like society and yada yada. Because like, in fairness to him, yeah, there wasn't really a Greek society in the same way as Rome. Because the closest you'd have is like the Delian League, and that's still like just a ramshackled together thing. So, but it's like, there's a weird thing to add in as like a two camps of kids, you know what I mean? I think the Greeks are lucky to make it to 16 while Romans have a society. Yeah, exactly. I think Scam likely has a crush on me. They've called me like 5 times this week. Oh my god. You're so right. They want you to take them to. They want you to take them out dancing, King. They want to go cut a rug or something, you know, or some other old timey phrase. But yeah, and then it's especially crazy because then, yeah, like I guess for Egypt, it's like anyway. So Egypt has like these 2 kids in a mansion somewhere. I could be blanking. It's been forever since I've read them, but like, Don't they straight up just like, yeah, it's just like 2 of them, and like maybe they run across 1 or 2 other magicians. Like, isn't there not really a whole, or no, maybe there's more of a magician society, but not nearly as like established in a very odd, peculiar way. And then I never read his Norse one, so I don't know what he does with that. But my God, dude's basically like, yeah, so Rome camp, best camp. Everything else, rough go of it. Rough to be. Oh. I guess it does make sense to some extent with the Greeks, though. They were just so disorganized in life. Why would they be organized now, you know? None of them can even read or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's also the case for the Romans. I'm pretty sure he also made the Romans dyslexic and have ADHD. I'm pretty sure. Because they're also demigods. But was that a thing for the Kane Chronicle? I don't think so. I think they're just magicians. But like in the old-timey way, not like a how many cards am I holding type way, in like a, oh yeah, no, I'm actually doing like full-on magic and as a practitioner of the arcane, you know? Bro, scams likely ex unknown caller has been messaging me. Oh my God. Listen, they just want to reach out to you about the card's extended warranty. It's fine. It's fine. Also, you've been hacked, and also, Apple wants you to pay off you must pay the IRS with iTunes gift cards. It's the only way. The only way. These are all legitimate asks. Nothing odd about them in the slightest. Ow, ow. Their friend telemarketer also messaged me. Oh my God. Devious. Speaking of various series, though, I was gonna say that I'm thinking I'm gonna try, because I think later this year is when Fallout Season 2 comes out, so I think I'll try to give it another go, because there's been a handful of you that have asked about it. It just made me sad the first time, and so I gave up on it. I gave up on the show. I got sad. I went, oh, man. This is all tragic. When in fact, that's kind of just the Fallout universe. So maybe I mean, I like New Vegas enough that I feel like maybe I just gotta like suck it up. I don't know. It's worth another good old college try. Oh my God. No, listen, I make no promises. Maybe I won't like it again. Nap officiate our wedding. Oh my God, Nap, how much do you cost to officiate a wedding? Asking for a friend. Wouldn't you like to more than you could possibly dream of affording? Six quintillion billion trillion dollars. Oh man, no, I just used. I probably would. I don't know. It depends. It depends on the situation. It depends on what's being asked for. You kind of set your. I've not really had to set much of a rate. It's kind of based on like there's a base amount, and then depends on if it's like a lot needs to happen, how many hours are involved. You know. You don't know our limits. Oh my God, Season 2 comes out in December. Yeah, I can definitely get through Season 1 before then. I just need to lock in on it. speaking of locked in, I also need to lock in on there's so many projects that I have. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. You know, I finally, now that I'm actually making movement on some fun little other video essays and stuff like that. Now that I finally got the one that I've been dragging my feet on for like 3 months, writing and rewriting, until eventually I just decided, you know what, it just needs to come out, hell or high water. And it did. And so I'm glad with that. If you haven't seen it, hope you do. But now what a weight off. Because now I'm actually able to focus on a few other projects and be like, hey, I'm not focusing on the other thing, you know? Nap, I'd love you forever if you watched season 1 and 2 and maybe gave your thoughts on the full video essay, 3 hours, dissecting it. Well, I feel like doing that will also pair well with doing some of the New Vegas DLC and stuff like that as a thing. Because I'm like, oh, I wonder if it'll be variants or difference, or like some of it'll be shown off to me differently because, oh, I'll have played the game, you know? Instead of all at once last time, I think, which, frick. I mean, I honestly think that's probably a better idea. I can't lie. I do think, in general, streaming shows are better off not releasing as a binge thing and instead releasing as like maybe like a 3-episode chunk instead of just one once a week. But I don't know. One of my favorite things is theory crafting with television. And so if you got a show that you're making and it's gonna have a lot of like, oh wait, but who's this? And whoa, what should they, like, there's whole episodes that are cliffhangers that if you release it all at once will never ever be discussed. Because who the hell cares about a cliffhanger? You got the answer immediately. You don't have to worry about that, you know? Night binge season 1. Well, then that's all the more reason for them to not do that. Oh my god. I've avoided any and all information about season 2 so far, namely because I didn't want spoilers for season 1. I mean, if I get spoiled, I get spoiled. There's no, you know, it'd be my fault at that point. I'm the one who dragged my feet on watching it, so. Wait, if it comes out around December, does that mean it's coming out around the same time as like Stranger Things? Not that I honestly have any intention of. I didn't even watch. Honestly, weirdly enough, for me, Stranger Things ended with season 2. I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think I even watched season 3. I don't know. Whatever one had Billy in it. That's the last one I watched, and I was like, well, sick. That was a good end. What a good ending to this series. And then it kept going, and I went, I guess. And oh man, I know it like exploded again for like, I want to say their 4th season, and even then I was like, okay, now it's done, and now it's back, and I'm like, it's really, what's even still going on? What they got going on in the Upside Down, huh? I stayed up. Dude, do you think I give a frick about Stranger Things? Yes, actually, MJ. I think that you are the biggest Stranger Things fan there ever has been. I think you wake up every day and go, gee willikers, do I love Stranger Things? In like a room that is just decked out floor to ceiling with Stranger Things merch that doesn't even exist. Like a lampshade that with the logo and like, I don't know what, the Christmas lights. A bat with nails on it, and I don't know, a cutlass. Do you drive a cutlass? I think that's what they drove. I can't even remember. In fact, I liked it when I watched it. It was pretty decent. I remember I very early on into streaming, one of my I think in the first year I had a Halloween costume with my friends that was based around Stranger Things. So what can I say? It was a good show. I don't know if it's still a good show. I don't know if it needed to be dragged out for a decade, but hey, 4 seasons, 10 years. Perfect. The exact right balance, I'm sure. I follow people on Tumblr who I only followed because we interacted once and they repost things I don't care about, like anime and shows I don't mind. But there's one person I follow reposts Stranger Things, and for some reason the show specifically exhausts me. It exhausts you. Can't imagine why. Can't imagine why. So is that code for you would like us to do a deep dive next hour of the stream dedicated purely to Stranger Things, or am I getting that vibe mixed up? Welcome back. Yo, Allie! I'll do. Hi, guys. Me, Yo, Allie. I'm here to continue my stream streak. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yo, howdy, Woody. I'll do. I hope you're doing well, King. Hope life's treating you well. You go to bed. Good night, nap. Good night, check. Good night, Grant. Sleep well, dude. Have a great rest of your week. When are you gonna cure those poor villagers? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They don't deserve the cure yet. I'm working on mass production. It's taking some time, all right? It's taking some time. I'm sure Allie's doing great in class right now. Oh my god. Ping me in Discord to go open your stream on a computer and continue your stream streak. Based. I didn't know she had a stream streak. Based. Awesome. What a time to be alive. Well, aren't you just the most helpful individual, not Allie? Yo, Allie? Nap, is there a subbed with Twitch Prime discount? Yo! Riddley! Thanks so much for the raid! Welcome, Raiders! Alto! Hope you're doing well. Hope life's treating you well. How was your stream? Is there a Twitch Prime discount for your officiation services? Yeah. Yeah, you know, yeah, if you sub to me with Twitch Prime. Yo, look at yourself. Thank you so much for the follow. I'll do. Good evening. Hope the stream's going well. It is. It is. I hope your stream went well. What were you up to? Were you playing some Minecraft? Something totally different? 6 a dozen, half another. Hello, Akira. I'll do. I'll do. How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? But yes, Tyler, indeed. There is a discount. In fact, if you want me to officiate your wedding, sub with Twitch Prime to get 50% off of my officiation. That absolutely insane. Can you imagine? You know what? Yeah, but I can only marry you in Minecraft or live on Twitch. It has to be using your Twitch account. That's the only marriage that I can do, you know? It was well, thank you. I was playing hardcore. Yo, failing hard? How so? Oh, wait, oh, did you die? Wait, no, did you die? Rough. Don't tap me, Nap. King, I can't marry you. First of all, you don't even know what state I'm able to marry people in. You don't know. You don't know. It's not universal. I can't just go anywhere and do it. I only got licensed for one place. Listen, if you're ever looking to get married and I happen to go to and TwitchCon happens to be in the right city, sure, we can arrange it. I totally love you played the New Vegas DLCs and watched the show. I'd hate to wait until around in December, but I already been waiting so long already. Wow, Ali, that's crazy. You personally, you would love if I watched the Fallout TV show? That's insane. You've never really talked about Fallout. I spent 2.5 hours dying until I finally made progress in not dying. Let's go. Hey, you know what? Any progress is still progress. I take it. Even when slow going, it's still something, you know. I can fly to that place, Nap. No. I don't know. You don't even know where it is. I seem to have joined at the right time. Yeah, well, you know, I think the perfect time to join anybody's stream is when one of the members of chat is asking for a discount to be officiant. Tyler, who would you even be marrying? Oh my god. I guess, yeah. Little known fact fact is that I am licensed to officiate weddings in certain regions of North America. So yippee yahoo, I guess. Honestly, don't think the show is gonna have any DLC influence, maybe tiny references, so your best bet maybe to start the DLC before the show starts so you can see if there are any references in the show when it's released. Definitely not me trying to push the needle towards play the DLC sooner, and that's straight from the horse's mouth. Yo, Ali. Wow, you're so talkative tonight, Ali. It's crazy, you know. You're so talkative and focused on Fallout, something that you're so famous for. You know, it's crazy. Oh, it was a beautiful time to join. I can marry myself. No, you can't. No, you can't. I won't allow. I will have no part in that. Oh my god. Nap, I'd totally love if you played the New Vegas DLC and watched the show. I'd hate to wait until December. Already been waiting so long already. Tyler, you also... have you even seen the Fallout TV show? You're just giving into MJ's propaganda at this point. I can buy myself flowers? What does that mean? Why are you referencing a Miley Cyrus song? Dios mío. Oh my god. So wait, how long has your hardcore world been going then? Because this is my hardcore world. I've had it for too long now. A few years, I guess. Slow going because I limited myself with some of the, when I started it, I put a bunch of limitations on myself, which is still fun, honestly. I think those limitations have been part of why I've enjoyed still playing it, if that makes sense. Because it doesn't feel like it still has I still have things to do outside of just building. I could be still getting new things, leveling up, so to speak. I have seen it. Ella Purnell made me want to watch it. Who the heck's Ella Purnell? Oh, is that one of the actors in it? Wait a minute, is that... Oh, it's the main girl in the show. Okay. I thought you were just referencing, I don't know, like some, I don't know, just some person you knew is the main lady. I don't know. I thought you were just like, well, golly gee gosh, I wasn't going to watch this then. Oh, Ella Purnell in my town. Oh, she came by and said, well, Tyler, you better watch this show. I thought you were just referencing, I don't know, just a person you knew in real life. A whole 3 days. Hey, nice. Very long time, if you ask me. I agree. Hey man, I'm just lucky that I haven't died yet. You know, it's. I feel like it's purely just a thing of like, if you don't die after a certain point, you're very unlikely to have it happen. You know what I mean? Ali has all these plugins installed for Twitch. I don't know what half of these things do. I don't know. Maybe is it BTTV? I do know Ella Burnell in real life. She told me to ask you to watch season 1. Yo, people clap. So true. So true. Look at that little guy. Look at him down there. Look at him go. Look at him. Oh, he's adorable. He's so happy. He's so happy and ecstatic that I'm playing the game, you know? Oh, BTTV emotes. You never cease to amaze me. Alright, I'm gonna continue to expand the canal, I think. It's probably the best bet. Okay, what did I leave in this just here? Nothing of value. It's like a loader for BTTV and 7TV and 6 other emoji or emote loaders I don't know the name of. I love people club. It's a great emote. Most of the BTTV emotes that I have enabled are just like the best thing ever. Honestly, just 3 little emotes that are so fun. Oh, it's fantastic. I decided that it would be a great idea to start it when I have never beat the game or gotten anywhere close. So, you know, great decision on my end. You know, what do you mean? I mean, I think that's stellar amount of confidence. What do you mean? That's just awesome. That's I just love the idea of just like, yeah. So, I think I'm gonna play for the Rams or something like that. I think I'm gonna join the NFL. Huh? Why? I don't know. I've never really won a game of football, and you know, I don't really play, but I just wanna. It's that kind of confidence that's gonna take you through life, King. Oh my god, that's sick. That's actually hilarious. Just like, yeah, I've never actually won, beat the game, but hey, compared to how good it be, let's set it to hardcore. Dude gets a new game, boots it up, legendary mode, only way. I respect it. Now, give me some something to build in Minecraft next time I go on the server. Lighthouse. Yo, there he is. Oh man, Raccoon Jam. Okay. That's because you haven't added in any spaces between them, Tyler. Yeah, see, with spaces between them, then he shows up. I really like to test my limits and my sanity. I mean, I think that's a fantastic way to be. What day are you on? We are on day... Dear God, I haven't looked at this in forever. Where is it even written? Somewheres. Dear God. Oh, 4,880. There it is. I glanced right over top of it like 6 times. 4,880. Not bad, not bad. We're coming up to the 5,000th day. But hey, you know, I've still not beaten the Ender Dragon in it. Mainly because when I played this game, so I guess to make a long story short, when I started out this hardcore world, and to this day, I kind of just decided to impose the idea on myself of like, well, what would it be like to play through Minecraft? Which, hey, listen, I know someone else more famous now is doing this exact thing, supposedly. Random, thanks so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate it. I know someone who's supposedly doing this exact same thing now, more popularly, which is the idea of what would it be like to play through Minecraft without any Wikipedia or anything like that. Just like no recollection of anything. You can just only play the game as it implicitly tells you things. So, for instance, I couldn't go to the Nether until I found like 3 or more ruined nether portals to be able to be like, hey, it keeps making this kind of rectangular shape and I always find a flint and steel. Gee, I wonder what that's about. Because, you know, for me at least, seemed like a fun way to do it at the time, and a great limitation because I always felt, man, you can kind of speedrun Minecraft in like an hour. Like, you know, it's more fun to like add this slower pace. So, you know, with zombie villagers, I can't cure them till I would find like an igloo basement and be able to like find the in-game explanation. Oh my god. Also, I should preface that despite what my chat has for Nightbot commands, I am not. I am obviously not 13, dear god. You make hardcore a real command so I can bully you forever. No. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Cause why would I do that? Why would I increase your ability to bully me? How does, demonstrate how that benefits me? Huh? How about that? How about you tell me how that helps me? It's every rolling. No, please. Please, this has been my torment. They talk about 5,000 agonizing days. This has been 4 agonizing years of streaming. These monsters, they come here, they stumble upon me in the midst of a plague and just decide, let's just absolutely dunk on this guy twice a week for the next 4 years. Oh god, what did I do? What did I ever do to deserve it? My gosh. Monsters, a lot of them. Gremlins even. The jury 6 fun fact. Oh my god, no, I wasn't. You're going to make people think these things are true. Someone is, oh my god, you know what? You're so right. You're so lucky you said allegedly. I was so ready to just absolutely throw a timeout at you. There's new people and you instantly run for, hey, what's the most divisive thing that I could say to make them think Nap's a terrible person, huh? Dear God. You know, most people's chats, you go to them, they're like, wow, gee willikers, here's my streamer. Ah, gee whiz, I like them, and I hope you like them too. Not you guys. Oh no. Oh no. People come here and you go, get out while you can. Please. Help. I've been here for 30 years. He won't let us leave. Oh God. Bop. Bop. Dang right, I'm a gremlin. What do you mean, dang right? Oh my god. I can think of something divisive that happened in a few days. Huh? Nap was in Lamanberg on January 6th. What does that even mean? I could get Allie's account banned instead of mine. My god. Do you think I got a stream streak? It would say you should get a pop-up, I think. Nap won't let me leave. He has me chained up. It's true. It's like this. It's like the movie Saw, you know? So it's a real Saw movie situation. Oh, Lord Almighty. That. Yeah, I think I like that a little better. And then place that. All right. There's a place from the Dream SMP. Huh? We should start doing that, actually. Tell people to leave stream while they can. Oh my god. Why? Why do you seek my demise and downfall? Doesn't want us to buy a sub. He wants us to sub with Twitch Prime. Oh my god. I don't know what streak I started the stream with, so, well. I'm getting your streaks. What? I'm sorry. Is this now two? Wait, I'm sorry. MJ, is Ali now also there, and you're both talking through the same account now? Is that what? Am I to understand that's what's happening? That as an iPod command, telling them to leave while they can would be great. Flee for your lives. Oh my god. Get out while you still can. Get out while there's hope. Absolutely devious. Reread my messages, Nap. Okay, I didn't see this still 20 minutes away. I don't know. You're sending them sporadically. How am I to know? How am I to understand any of this? Yo, no, welcome back. Is this on the outside? It is. Oh, I gotta get rid of that one. Oh, no, I hate that. Okay, that's fine. Hi, Mello, it is me. Yo, Ali. Hi, Mello, it is me, MJ. Dear God, fixes my computer. Wait, so you did get your computer fixed. Hey, let's go. If Nap gets popular, huge if, King. I think, brother, that ship sailed. I don't think I've ever been. my peak popularity was forever ago. We're washed up, King. You're trapped on a desert island with only seawater to drink now, pal. I'm sorry. You're going loopy when you're saying here. I'll make a saddest level animation and jumpstart my career off Nap's back. Based. What do you mean? Do it now, and then people will show up. People will be like, "Whoa, what's all wrong?" Shoulders then. You know, it's a chicken and egg. What comes first, you know, the takeoff of a Minecraft stream, or the fandom creating cool art which makes other people check it out? I'm getting used to can you log off? Why isn't your phone dead? I'm getting new stream streak. I need to keep an eye on you, clearly. I've only been here for like 2 minutes. Nap, tell Ellie I've only been on her account for like 2 minutes. Wait, are you doing... Wait, is this a bit? What do you mean? Nap PMV is still cooking, just slowly. Hey man, the day that drops, you know... The day that drops, we're gonna just have a party. But by party, I mean it's gonna be me and like a 2 liter of like a diet cola and like the little tiny paper cups that you'd get in school because the teacher had to do it themselves and there was no budget to it, but it was nice of them to do it anyway. And so everybody gets a small quarter of a pizza slice. Yippee! Yippee! Pizza time! Oh. Just needed to open the stream. They got you there, MJ. They got you there. Why doth he still be pretending? You probably increased Ali's chat messages like 6-fold. I'm not gonna lie. Like you're really messing up their end of year Twitch statistics right now. You know. Oh man, no, not the pizza slices, no. We're discussing New Vegas. Oh my god. No, this is not a bitnap. I'm Yo Ali. I'll prove this by sending all my channel points as I always do. MJ, don't spend their channel points without their permission. It's not nice. Dear God. Okay, you'll get your gift. All right. Okay. Oh, Enjoy your pizza gift. Quick slices. Oh wait, it's in the way. I got it. All right, that's enough. That's enough. You're no longer hungry. I now have to hydrate. Oh god. Nice. This is impossible for Nap to understand. He's to parse who's who based on text tones alone. What? First of all, I'm not autistic. Where's that coming from? What kind of a Hail Mary out of left field is that? What do you mean? Thank you, Tyler, my good pal. Oh my god. How do we jump to that? I already deny your outlandish accusations of ADHD. Where's this new accusation coming from? This isn't you're the worst kind about that. What does that mean? What are you saying? The worst kind? What, there's flavors? Oh my god. I don't think that's how that works, is it? The ADHD ones are more realistic. Neither of them are realistic. We've been over this. I have medical confirmation. Neither of these things are true. L plus ratio. It's a baby. Oh, there's a skeleton in him pod. Okay, well that's fine. I don't even think you're autistic. Too bad, but the ADHD ones are like hardcore. What do you mean? Yeah, the HD is real. What do you mean it's real? In no capacity. Is that a thing? Oh my god. More realistic. Nap spends all stream making mouth sounds because it feels right. Let's be for real here. What? Oh, a man makes some trumpet noises with his mouth and suddenly he's on there. What do you mean? I play trumpet. Oh my god. It's an extension of just how I make. There's music in my ear and it's just going on with that. It's me just hearing music and humming along effectively. Me hearing it going. Napso ADHD, Labubu, Matcha, Dubai Chocolate, Clario, 6-7 coded. Laberber. What the hell's a Laberber? Nap Boo Boo! Somebody sedate me. Somebody put me into the cold, cold ground. Oh my god. I would never say that. No, you would not. Oh my god. But when I need to make trumpet sounds to calm down, I'm autistic. Okay. Well, it's not the well, I mean, first of all, I don't know if I would agree with that statement, but second of all, like, you know, I don't know if making a noise to calm yourself down is inherently anyway connected, but sure. But then secondly, I don't do it to calm myself down. I just do it out of habit. It's just a habit, you know? My god. Like, that's just to, like, coincide with the thing. Perfect. Okay. I probably want to, like, take this back a little bit. Okay, I need to fill a chest first. Somebody stop me! Oh, frick, she's almost home. Why does it seem like I'm gonna just get messages from Allie and then suddenly a gunshot's gonna go off and it's gonna be like, no, this is MJ now. MJ's gone. Don't worry about it. Oh my god. Allie, listen, at the end of the day, Allie can't do nothing because MJ has diplomatic immunity, you know? That's His Majesty's what was the title? I gave you a title. I can't open Discord right now. It was something archivist, I believe. I believe it's His Majesty's Royal Archivist. But anyway. Diplomatic immunity? Not really, but you know. You got a title, so that's something, I guess. Do I have diplomatic immunity? Do you have a title? Then no. Can I please have it? No! What do you mean? The gunshot's coming! No! Yes, wait, I am a lord. No, you have no title in this realm, king. I have not bequeathed unto you a title. Best you had was the gang. And guess what, baby boo? That thing's gone. That ship sailed. That casket is dead and buried. Hey, it's me, MJ1343. What's up? I'm AFK for like 40 minutes. Oh, wow, MJ, that's crazy. I can't believe you went AFK for 40 minutes. You missed so much. We were talking about Fallout and everything, and you weren't even here. Crazy. It was insane, because Allie was telling me how I shouldn't bother watching season 1 or 2. You wouldn't know, because you weren't here, but yeah, that's what Allie was saying, and you know, maybe they were right. Ever. Oh, he does have me. You know what? Maybe he does deserve a title for that action. Nah, I'm gonna be mean and hold out on it. You know, that's you attend all the royal galas. that don't mean you got a title, you know. And with my alibi, which Allie can see. Nap hates me? No, I don't hate you specifically. I loathe you all equally. Oh my god. Oh, that's what I was gonna go get some steak. I was at the royal wedding. What wedding? I didn't get married. What do you mean? Do I get diplomatic? Currently, the only two people with any form of diplomatic immunity in this chat would be Edward and MJ. Nobody else is titled. And MJ worked and clawed for that title, left, right, and center. You know? Anybody, arguably, MJ being the most... Edward has his for hereditary reasons at this point. Oh... Diplomatic immunity, not real. Oh my god, it's not real diplomatic immunity. Oh my god, you can still be timed out and still banned if the wrong thing happens. It's just maybe more likely for me to actually want to reach out and be like, hey champ, what the heck was that? If you did something bannable. Rather than to just gut reaction go and banned. Back to work on my PFV. I want my title, darn it. You know what? That is a very good way to get titled. I can't lie. I can't lie. Does human have diplomatic immunity? I mean, humans. I was gonna say he's the chief lobbyist. That guy gets whatever he wants. Oh. I mean, in general, the majority of you have my benefit of the doubt. You know, most of you have been around. No! My gray sheep! Oh, it's been in here so long. Oh, devastated. I didn't mean to kill it. Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, I mean, it's most of you have been here long enough that, you know, I would give pause before instantly being like, end banned, you know? I still shot him. It's all good. Thumbs up. Oh my god. I'm getting back to my work. Oh wait, no, I read that. Tyler and Mello, I have the benefit of the doubt. They are the only few who have well, let's just say they're the only two who have put the benefit of the doubt to the most test. But yes, there are absolute statements. They've been timed out, but neither have ever been banned. And well, that is due to that benefit of the doubt. If it were a different scenario, like things they have said would have gotten other people banned. Hey, listen, it's an unfair system, but alas, I have based myself upon a monarchy, so listen, I have modeled myself after a dictator and emperor, so I can't say that I'm promoting a fair system to begin with. Some would feel strongly about that, actually. To which, once again, I would say, yeah, I never proclaimed to be fair and just. Anyway, thank God I have the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Nap unfortunately has favorites. Fortunately, I'm one of them. Oh, yeah, benefit of the doubt, still danger for Plas. I don't know if there's two S's in the word plastic right there. You know that? I don't know if that's how that word's written. Just saying, you know, just a thought. Let's be so real. The only person who truly has the benefit of the doubt is I don't know. I was gonna name someone and I thought better of it. J. Edgar Hoover. That's my answer to that statement. That's the least. That is the most. That's the best choice I could have gone with, I think. So apparently you don't get stream streak progress if it's muted. So the entire 40 minutes where you were like Ali acting out character did not count. Oh yeah, I could have told you that. I didn't know you had it muted. Yes, just so we're all aware, to gain either points or to gain points to be counted as a viewer, so that the number of viewers go up, or to gain stream streak quality or other such benefits, like if you're waiting to get like a cape or anything like that from watching someone, you have to be at least 1% volume on a stream. I was listening to the stream on my phone. You didn't tell me to unmute. Absolutely bonkers choice. Oh my god. See, because it's crazy because you can mute the device, but not mute the audio of the stream. You know what I mean? Like the stream can be on full audio, but mute the sound of the device and it'll still count. Because it's like, oh, but the device is still counted, you know? keep my stream volume on desktop at 1%, but it mutes when the page refreshes. Yeah, it'll do that. Yeah, I think that's specifically so that people don't bot their streams in that way. But yeah, 1% is the way to... What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean 1%? You don't want to hear my beautiful voice? What, is it not soothing? Hey, some people have said that I have a very soothing voice. They've done sleep streams. They've which maybe I'm just boring. I don't know. Or they've done what do you call it? They've listened to my YouTube videos for the same reason, so, which is wild to me, but some people seem to think that I have a very, very soothing voice, so I take that to mean that I must be everyone's comfort streamer. Oh, God. Oh, not on my life. Oh my god. I love the 1% in the sense that I love putting Nap's volume at 1%. True. Based. And then I should probably, yeah. Yeah, it's good. Build it up. Nap is my comfort streamer. This says that making him scream gives me comfort. That's not good. Don't say that. I don't want to be a comfort streamer by you gaining comfort from my pain. Dios mío. Chatters, listen. The only way that you know, you gotta all do me a solid. You all have to go get little clipboards, like your little like girl guides, and go hawk the. You gotta go hawk the stream to people. Go stand outside Kroger, and go be like, hey, you gotta sign this petition to come watch Napoleon VII stream. We're gonna grassroots the stream. I think it's gonna be a great plan. She brings up my debt. Don't say that! Thank you, that's very nice of you. Too nice, but very nice of you. I just play video games, so if that brightens you, that fantastic news. Great, glad to hear it. It's very kind of you. But also, how dare you? I was just at Kroger. Gotta go back. Only way. Gotta go back. Get a clipboard and go back. Start getting people signed up. People will be like, "Oh, well, are you like collecting donations for something?" I'll be like, "Yeah, for Napoleon VII." Huh? Like Bonaparte? Yeah, that guy. Except streamer. It's great. You'll love him. Go watch. Can you imagine? I don't even know, like, would that even work? Like, if people just started putting up little posters around their towns, could you grassroots a stream? Probably. You can probably grassroots a stream that way, where it's like people will just hear about it because other people are talking about it, because they've seen flyers around town. The most, like, non-Twitch way to grow a stream. Hey, how'd you achieve your stream growth this year? Well, you see, we did a grassroots campaign where we just kind of Bernie Sanders did. It was great, you know. I would rather die than go back or than hawk my stream to total strangers. Either answer is acceptable. It's also said cool saying, no, I have not been hacked. Oh my god. True. Maybe the spam callers finally got to you, Tyler. Who knows? Maybe they finally got him. They were trying all night. Tyler? Why? Why, man? I've seen stickers and posters in my college city that I thought looked interested in scanning the QR code or thought about looking at the link. If you're in the right demo of people who care about Twitch streams, you probably get 1% of the people actually clicking through. Hey, man, that's something. That's something. That's growth. All right. If we all just start. All right, Janice, I'm counting on you. Everybody just start hogging my stream to people. I do not have the finances to compensate you, but please do it. I have no way of financially compensating you, so please. That's all I can say. For legal reasons, this is an entire joke, and I am not actually imploring you to spend your hard-earned time or money in developing and putting out actual advertisement for my stream. But also do it! What if I donate $5 at Spirit to get a big circle and put your ad on it? Based. Honestly, what if you donated $5 million and got me on the side of Spirit Airlines? You know, what if they just put my face on the side of it? They were just like, and we're now sponsored by Napoleon VII. Yay! I'll do it because you'll feel bad about making me do more work than I need to. I already feel bad about that. What do you mean? Compensate us by being a fun 4-hour slot 2 times a week where we have fun and get laughs. Where is this coming from? Where's this nicety coming from? Hey, I give up. What do you mean? I mean, like, thank you, very kind. A lovely message. But I'll get a spray bottle. How dare you? I'm coming from my brain. Oh, how dare you? I gotta go now. Have a lovely night. Later, Madison. Boy, have a good night, King. Sleep well. Have a good week. I hope it is enjoyable. Up. Oh man. Copper. Perfect. I always need more of it. Oh man, at some point I gotta write a bunch of letters this week. Not for real people, but fake letters that my D&D players will receive once they've beaten the villain that they're fighting in this side quest adventure that will have communications with the actual big bads of the next adventure. And it's fun to do. I enjoy it, and I'm hopeful it'll have good payoff, but just after to make believable, it's actually really fun. I need to pick up new types of paper to do it, because what I like doing is doing the whole like either tea or coffee trick where you paint cold tea and coffee onto the paper afterwards and bake it slightly so it gets like crinkly and kind of reads like old actual letters provided from ye olden times. Too much niceness detected, Nat must drown. Based. I don't even know if they're here. I just tabbed out, and I guess Discord's working now, to an image from one chatter being sent to me, and I was like, wait, why'd this chatter message me? And it was Anthrax! It's a Getty's image of Anthrax! Bro! Why? What the hell? Oh my god. No way, I actually got sent an image, a threatening image of anthrax. Absolute diabolical scent. Oh my god. Sometime this week I gotta write a bunch of letters, Hamilton, probably. True, how'd you know? That's gonna do me. Yeah, I guess I just totally forgot about it. And Discord was down, so then I just was like, oh, it looks like it's working. And then I tabbed over. That was the first message. Dear God. Oh. Read my thread. I love it. I prepare my nice messages for when next June hits, and you are not allowed to do that. As a matter of fact, I will make a note, and I will turn off the donation ability. You in no capacity should ever give me that kind of money. That is, you have to spend that on you or your family or your friends and loved ones. No shot it should be coming to me, King. Very kind of you to even joke about, but still, it had better only ever be a joke. Dear God. That is a threat beyond threat, but you deserve. I don't. That's very kind of you. But I just like playing silly game and chatting with you guys. No shot do I deserve all that. But I don't necessarily feel I deserve half of what I have got. You guys have all been incredibly generous. Even just chilling around them with your time for the years that have gone by. That alone is like really kind. I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself enough to stick around. That's a rewarding thing in and of itself. Or to hear from you guys in the comments on YouTube videos, or to hear from you guys on Discord and stuff like that. It's a week brightening thing. It's been I've said it before, and I truly mean it. The streaming and creation of any kind of quote unquote content has been the creative outlet of a lifetime, and that alone is a reward. It really is. Now I should donate it for Christmas. At least I can rest easy with you, MJ. See, for you, I know that you would not actually do such a thing because you are sane. Tyler threatens it, and I actually have to worry, I feel. But a source of joy for the last 5 years, everything good in life. That's so kind of you, but it's like you also deserve to keep your money that you've earned. Like that's I'm so genuinely like thrilled and touched that you've enjoyed yourself. That means so much. And I can't think on it too long because I will cry. But that's, I don't know. I just enjoy. I get like I get all that I deserve just by getting to chat with you guys. It's enjoyable. The source of I am broke. Got 1K in the savings though. Yo. As he's classist allegedly. No, it's true. I am classist. That part is true. You know, that part, nail on the head. Famously. Dear God, we are not rehashing this. You know what? I'm steering this shit back. I'm course corrected. So anyway, that crystal hand, well, similarly, actually, it's gonna bounce off of, speaking of the time abyss that I was gonna get into, was that crystal hand, I'm gonna try to bounce it off of a staff that another player is gonna have, the wizard player, which will connect to a council of wizards frozen in time in another, from another great civilization, who are basically the Roman Senate. And they will deem worthy or unworthy the actions this wizard takes, because I think that will be interesting, because it will be a really powerful artifact, but it does require that you follow along with their will and their desire, which is not always something that players are going to want to do. And I think that adds some tension, because it's like, oh gee whiz, this gets me a lot of cool power, but do I really want to do these things? It's like a cursed object, but more towards lawful good than evil. And I think that's it. I'm interested with toying with the idea of what a lawful good curse is. You know what I mean? Can you get rid of the singular grass block? Wait, that one? He's my favorite little guy though. What do you mean? He's just chilling. He's just hanging out there, you know? You read some insane D&D stuff. I enjoy it. It's I don't know. It's a really fun little outlet. So it's and that's what I meant with the time of it, like, because those two will balance each other, because one will know of the other, because one won't know of the other, or will have know of the other as its civilization is beginning. So the hand is from a time period that would be aware of the civilization that is connected into the staff. Which basically which this is a slight rip, not slight, this is a rip off of a chunk from Critical Role, which is the idea of like a mageocracy type city that is in another plane of existence, still alive, frozen in time kind of thing. But instead of a mageocracy, it's the Mage Senate of Rome. In this case, not called Rome, but called Tome, because I like the idea that that's where that's where the idea of tomes as big books come from, like in universe. Like, why is a book called a tome? Because there was a really powerful mage city at one point called Tome, and so it had large libraries and swaths of research. So it's just like in universe, I love the idea of like, oh, like large chunks of like knowledge are referred to as tomes because that civilization was a brainiac powerhouse. He could live for now. Yippee! The block can live. And so anyway, but so the staff will be aware of the findings of the Egypt civilization, of the Egypt placement civilization, which will be called probably like Khemri, I think, which it will have been birthed out of the fall of the dragon civilization. So anyway, that's and all of this to be time abyss, meaning what's the best example I could? Oh, a great example of a time abyss in writing would be for readers of who read The Hobbit and then read Lord of the Rings. So basically, the function in writing of a time abyss is to give your reader or viewer or player, in the case of D&D, the sense of like, oh yeah, they're pretty comfortable with like how long, like how old things are and how old the world is and what is quote unquote ancient, and then you rip the rug out from under them by revealing like, oh wait, no, the thing that I thought was like old is actually not even nearly as old can be. Like there's way older stuff. Which for me, or for in Lord of the Rings, basically, is like if you read The Hobbit, you would know Elrond, and you're like, oh yeah, he was there. He told Bilbo like some stuff about long ago, which was probably like the Ring Wars and stuff like that, and he's vague about it in The Hobbit, but he kind of talks about like Mordor and Sauron and all this other stuff, and the War of the Ring and the Last Alliance, vaguely, but he talks about it. Then comes Frodo in Lord of the Rings, and when Frodo's talking to him about it, he says something like, I remember their banners that day, gleaming, and it's like, wait, you talk as though you were there. And he's talking about, yeah, the War of the Last Alliance. He's like, yeah, I was. And I was also there for the first war with Morgoth. And before that, even like because Elrond is so old. So he's not 1,000 years old. He's tens of thousands of years old. And it's like, oh, wait a sec. So if you were reading Lord of the Rings, which again, crazy experience for anybody without like it being the cultural thing that it is today, your experience of a reader of that would be like, oh, I remember The Hobbit. That was my favorite children's story. And then you start reading Lord of the Rings, you're like, oh, these characters are, yes, Gandalf and Bilbo, and oh, Bilbo has a nephew now. Okay, cool. And Elrond and Rivendell. Oh, neat, cool. And then you're just like, Gandalf died? What? What's going on? Balrog, wait. What dwarves are dead in Moria? The ones from Erebor? Oh my god. Like it's gotta have been a crazy experience. Because for me, I went Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. So it was more nostalgic to see young Bilbo than the reverse. And so you don't get this time abyss sequence that you would get from reading it the other way around, where time abyss is this like lump in your pit in your stomach of just like, oh, I don't understand how old this world is at all. Kind of like in real life, if you were in George Washington's time and you're like, yes, I know there's a place called ancient Rome. Oh, it was a long time ago. And before that, ancient Egypt, I hear. We're just getting into it. Egyptology, they're gonna call it. Yes. Which, you know, homeboy, Napoleon, first, big into researching. Provided a whole lot of development and research in that to be able to be like, oh, wow, there's a whole lot to know in history. Anyway, so then people discovered dinosaurs. And you go, I'm sorry, what? There's giant lizard creatures that are how old? Because again, we take it for granted now because we're kind of taught it all together almost. Like, you go into a children's library, you'll find a book about dinosaurs and ancient Egypt. Like, and they're not like, it's not a discovery of dinosaurs per se. Whereas for the people of the time, it really would have been a like, what are these bones? What kind of creature was it? When could a creature like this have existed? And they weren't into carbon dating yet, but I'm pretty sure it's like, in the time, I forget what it's called, but there was a form of being able to be at least able to tell, like, wait a second, these bones are like way older. How are they way older? You know what I mean? Like, it's such an interesting abyss that would open up before you of like, oh God, we don't understand this world. Because how do you then later find out? You're like, actually, yeah, we're on like the 6th go around of like extinction events. Like, there were 5 full-on 30 million year periods each, roughly, of other living creatures. You know, the Jurassic period, Mesozoic, and all this other stuff. The Cambrian age, the different ages. That basically, I guess thinking about that is freaky. Yeah, like just when you consider it in the context of like, we get it all told to us as a matter of fact today, like as a like, yeah, well, that all existed. But for them, it would be discovering it, and then like that's why you had at the time you had people with theories of like, are these dragons? Is this dragons? Because you would know myths, and there were people who thought dinosaurs were dragons at first, which is also kind of how we get a lot of mythic creatures. Like a lot of people think cyclopses. If you ever look at a skull of an elephant, particularly if it doesn't have tusks, yeah, I could see how somebody thought a cyclops existed, you know? Giant with one eye. But similarly, yeah, these kind of time abysses can open up for lots of things. And so that being done in writing or in fiction is interesting because it gets to throw your reader off from a sense of understanding the world or not, you know? Okay, more concrete thoughts. My hands are free now. I was just thinking earlier about knowing about ancient Rome, but not being aware of like an even older one. Like you think that's the end of it and there's even more underneath. Exactly. Well, especially because so like an easy way to do that in like a D&D setting, or like even if you picture it as a movie for writing, is yeah, you're in a large tomb excavating out some ancient civilization that like because you know all D&D especially, but a lot of fantasy writing takes place in semi-post-apocalyptic worlds, and what I mean by that is not necessarily that it's like Mad Max, but that like some quote-unquote better age had to have ended before this for there to be loot of like you know, people aren't making holy Avengers anymore, so there had to have been a stronger, more magical age before. Sometimes you'll have some universes where it's like that age is now, and we're doing it again now, we're making these new things, but like if you consider D&D from a writing perspective, like that you have spells, for example, that are called like Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, or you have Melf's Acid Arrow, and so on and so forth. So those are spells by the people that we would know in universe, are like, yeah, those wizards currently are alive and making these spells. Nobody remembers who made Fireball, it's just Fireball. So there's got to have been an earlier age. And so an interesting way to open up a time abyss is, yeah, if you're excavating ancient Roman ruins and suddenly you find either they are referencing in their, like, in a tattered scroll that like barely is together, you find they're referencing a civilization that they were excavating. Because remember, like, ancient Egypt, like New Kingdom ancient Egypt, which was in the Roman time period, had archaeologists for itself, like for the old age of Egypt. Like, ancient Egypt was engaged in archaeology on Egypt because of how long Egypt was a thing. So in that same way, it's like, yeah, if in ancient Rome you had people, you were in those ruins, then you find either one, they are referencing an older civilization that they were interested in, or you find it connects into something, some part of building, or you've excavated into a section where it's like, hey, this looks entirely different. This is so different. So like for me, one of the ways that I like to do that in D&D is in the world that I've made, or like to toy with, is the idea that Rome and Egypt, which are like antiquity civilizations to us, are the stand-ins for the latest and then middle latest ancient civilizations. But then before them are analogous nations for like early Jing China, like the Jing dynasty, or some of the various caliphates of India and stuff like that. Because that's interesting to me. That's like an interesting thing to like have that be the older civilization in terms of like what was the ancient civilization dig site for Rome. Which, in fairness, Rome did have the Bronze Age. A lot of people don't realize was both a long period and also way older than Rome. Because like Rome and everything about Rome really, especially if you're thinking of like the Republic, but really we'll be generous and we'll say it's like I'll say around 300 BCE would be when Rome's like established enough as itself to be like, yeah, that's the Roman Republic and that's probably wrong. I'm probably misremembering. Well, because I know that Caesar is like 42 BCE, so 42 years. All roads lead to Rome. I've come so true, Nether. But way before them, like 30,000 years before them, is the Bronze Age. So it's like, I mean, the Bronze Age collapse was in the year 1770 something. So it's got to be freaky for any of those civilizations to have not been able to have like found stuff of previous civilizations, but not been able to like put into words or understand when and where it's from, you know? Yeah, let's toss that in there and then that in there. It would be a crazy way to be. No. I also think that's something else often left out from a lot of D&D is the previous ages in terms of like, hey, so what came before? Like, was there a Jurassic period or not, you know? Not that there necessarily has to be. I mean, especially if you're going into like fantasy where it's like, yeah, no, gods made everybody like by hand and then put them out onto the world, then yeah, it's easy enough to just be like, no, there's not really a multi-age period of buildup of different civilizations falling and rising and stuff like that as evolution takes place. But I think evolution's interesting. I think it's an interesting thing to try to meld into fantasy, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, for me, I like the idea of like there were elves originally that were like celestials. Those no longer exist. The new elves that you like, the current elves are very are still like, you know, connected in some capacity to either Fae or celestial energy, but like not nearly as potent as it once was, not nearly as strong a connection after so many years. And so that's why they've become much more quote unquote mortal or able to die of age or fade in that way. Because it's neat. It's neat. It gives culture very easily. Similarly, you know, if you ever build out a calendar in a fantasy world, you very quickly begin to be able to like, oh, okay, well, what months are there? Why are they called that? Because like our months are named after Roman emperors and gods, you know? It's like, that's a very like we have a very distinctive, why are there 7 days a week? Why are they named after? Okay, what are the months? Why? Well, 2 of the months are named after emperors of one civilization that existed once. And their names became synonymous with the term king for most of societies. You know, Caesar or Kaiser, which then becomes the Kaiser, or the Tsar, and so on and so forth. So what's Nab yapping about now? I'm yapping about fantasy writing. And so I think it's very interesting to consider those, like, what are the sacred days? Why are they sacred? And we've done lots of different, in history, there's been lots of different attempts at different types of calendars. You know, Rome did it based on when their city founded. Currently, I forget where, I think it's Uruguay, maybe? No, that's not quite right. There's at least 2 other countries in the world where it is not the year 2025 to them. Not that it's like 20 anything. I mean, they're like on a totally different calendar. They didn't adopt the Gregorian calendar. And so it is not 2000 anything to them. I think it's like 3000 in one of them. And it's just like, yeah, they already had a calendar. They never chose to switch, and they never needed to. We take for granted the idea that that it's a shared world calendar. You know what I mean? North Korea might be one as well, but that would be a new imposition. That would be similar to the way of like in France, post-revolutionary France, or like mid-revolution, like during the Reign of Terror. The French had come up with an idea of, they just loved math and metric systems and so many other things, and they wanted every day to have its own name. I think their calendar had like 400 days or something like that, and they wanted every day to have its own name. There was no repeating days. And that's very, I mean, crazy. You would just be able to say like, yes, I was born on the day of, I don't know, like starlight. Like that would just be the name of your day, and that would just be that day in the year, and then there wouldn't be, which is crazy, but interesting. They didn't keep it after the revolution. It kind of fell apart. They just were trying to get rid of any and all connection to the Gregorian calendar, and that's because of its Catholic connection, or well, its religious connection to Christendom. It was also nice, and Julius and Augustus messed it up. Hey, you know, you're not wrong, but also, I don't know, I think that's so fascinating, the idea that it's like, and I love that in fantasy where it should be like, there's probably a day or month or week or something named for some really important emperor, even if nobody remembers who that person is. Because you gotta realize, like, how crazy would that be? Like, your average person until like the last century would not really have known who Julius Caesar was. Like, your average peasant farmer, no shot they know who that is, but they know July and they know August. You know, like, they got no reason to know who it is, but it's crazy that it's like, yeah, you're still using a month named after a guy who lived like 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago now. I guess, yeah, Julius Caesar was alive 2,020 years ago, and we're still yapping about him, you know? I find that kind of stuff so genuinely interesting. It's neat. Pop, 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 pop. Faster metabolism. What is being yapped about right now? What is going on? Caesar won't be born for another 270 odd years now. So true, so true. I really, you know what, for Fallout, of course it always comes back to Fallout. For Fallout, I liked it, but I do think they could have gone, maybe that's not a fair shake. I was gonna say, I think they could have gone a lot more interesting in their and deeper with their exploration of that like idea and theme of somebody resurrecting with deep misunderstandings of the source and original texts that they're basing themselves off of, be it intentional or otherwise. I think that's very interesting because that's so true to humanity of like, I'm hearkening back to like da-da-da-da. Like that's such a like people do that today, you know? People do that even with presidents. There's people doing that. Like, yeah, they're a real, like, he's gonna bring back FDR, common sense policy, da-da-da-da, you know? Hey, man. Oh. Hey. What's going on? Just gonna get out of here. I don't think they're gonna get out of here. Oh no, you're crushing my wheat! He didn't care in the slightest. That guy didn't care at all. I killed his friend. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay as a scarecrow in this field. I think to take that stance, you need to do the Legion playthrough and potentially play the DLC to fully educate and take the stance. That's fair. That's very fair. Let's ask Snap and see what he thinks. About what? What do I think about what? What do you mean? But it is, I don't know, it's interesting to me. I wish they had gone farther with it, but maybe I didn't get enough because I didn't do a Legion playthrough. But it kind of just seems really like slapped together. Who could eat the roads that lead to Rome faster, me or Angel? Neither. It's a road. What do you mean? What do you mean? Neither of you can metabolize concrete or stone. Dios mío. You lack the ability, sir. Oh, I meant to talk to Tyler about the new James Bond game. That's what I was gonna say, because it's interesting to me because Tyler definitely said that he very much saw the it is like a Hitman kind of game, which I definitely see. It definitely has Hitman elements. I don't know, it kind of speaks to me as like somewhere between that and, oh, it's just not an original comment, other people have said this, somewhere between that and an Uncharted game in a way that's very interesting, I guess, especially with the story mechanics it kind of includes. And its emphasis on genre, I guess, specifically. The man who became Caesar is not an idiot. He used to be a doctor in the Followers of the Apocalypse and studied dozens of university textbooks on histories. The men he recruited under him are brutish idiots who he can control and then conquer in 86 tribes. Steamroll across the Southwest. Yeah, which, no, I get all that. I didn't mean to say that he seemed like an idiot. I guess what I meant was I feel they could have made a more interesting analogy for Rome and still offered up, like, it's kind of like how, you know, there'll be, I guess the trouble with this is I think you would lose a lot of, quote unquote, players where they would just be like, what a cool group. The way they did it is definitely the way you would do it for how, I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this. The way they did it makes sense for the type of faction they wanted. However, I think they could have made a very interesting, I kind of wish they were related to the Vaults, if that makes sense. Because it almost screams the same idea as the show kind of touched on, with the idea of like, yeah, well, maybe the people don't want the Vault Dwellers to quote unquote resettle the wastes. Like, who said we needed to be helped? You know what I mean? And so I do think that could have been explored more interestingly as like a analogy for the idea of like, because objectively speaking, they're the right faction if they're trying to resettle and recreate civilization and order to some extent. But they're definitely not, and part of that's what gives them. See, I think it would have been an interesting clash to have that versus like the late stage like Fallen Republic Rome genre faction trying to inundate the world with their sense of control and governance versus or countered to the quote-unquote democratic, more republic style governance of the New California Republic. Because then you have two factions trying to do the same thing but with different means, where I feel the Rome one, like their legion's very obviously fanatics and not like there's no redeeming quality to them. You know what I mean? At least not that I could tell. There's nothing face value for why anybody would be like, yes, the Legion, yes, of course. Still do love and adore the Legion. Yes, some people love the Empire in Star Wars. Like, you know, I get some people are idiots. You know what I mean? That's not at you, directed at you. That's more. I also understand if the developers were like, yeah, we can't make it too attractive because then people won't get the point. Legion from Dead by Daylight. No, from Fallout New Vegas. Nap should play Hitman for the New Vegas DLC because the master. Oh my god. Fallout 4. Two Hitman build. Well, Hitman I brought up because I was talking about the 007 thing, because I feel like it's not totally Hitman. I feel it's definitely got a lot of Uncharted and some interesting mechanics of its own for the spy kind of stuff he wants to do. I think you're too married to the concept of the vaults. New Vegas as a game is the most disconnected from the vaults, and it's very unique in that look because they're seeing people from all over. Not just the vaults. That's fair. And they don't necessarily have to be from the vaults. I just was using that as a connection point to the idea of like, well, what if the wasteland doesn't want to be settled? More so than actually caring about the vaults themselves. But rather, I guess I wish that the Legion was presented not as a fanatical, barbarous tribe that offers nothing, and more as a real force of like, yeah, well, I don't know, both you and the New California Republic will limit the freedoms of people because you are installing governance. Is that right? Is like in this stage of a dystopia, is it right to reinstate government? You know, like that is an interesting question to explore. I know what my answer would be, but I think they could have explored something more interesting with the Legion as being authoritative and authoritarian, dictatorial, but still like redeeming. You know what I mean? It's still like, yeah, they actually are. It would actually be more interesting if they made them more technologically advanced in terms of like getting settlements up and running. Like if they, you know, because they read all the history books, it's like, yeah, we can figure out Archimedes screws and that lets us make waterways and stuff like that in a way that the New California Republic is, you know, they could exemplify the issue of like, yeah, well, when you have to deal with the input of so many people because it's democratic, things happen slower, but they're more egalitarian. Whereas the Legion can set up civilization and establish safe havens quicker and govern them like with swift effectiveness, but at the end of the day, it's whatever their emperor says. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if the people don't necessarily agree. For instance, the war with the New California Republic. Maybe the people don't want to be at war with them, but who got nap on this yap sesh? Me. I did. Joke was redeemed, huh? 687.5. Well, there is no 0.5, King. Do you want 687 or 688? Not everyone is going to form a government. Some people are going to be raiders, and some people are going to win and be the Legion and be a strong force who have sort of internal government powers. Raiders, but larger. They're not NCR. They're not. They're going to be raiders, but larger. They offer a chance to conquer people by conquering them. Well, yeah, no, I understand what the Legion offers. What I'm saying is, I think the Legion would have been a more compelling faction as a foil to the NCR in terms of like demonstrating the difference in governing styles, and letting some other faction, you know, like the what is it? It's the cons? Yeah, like the cons be the demonstratable, you know, I probably wouldn't make it be just the cons because of the context of making the only group. I mean, in fairness, interesting that they did make Rome the group that's that way inclined, because that is playing against stereotype. So that's cool. You choose between the two. Well, all right. All right. Simple enough. Read the punchline of 687 and then read the first part of 688. Daughter says, yes, I sat next to the cleverest kid in class. Joke 688 starts with mother saying, I told you not to eat cake before supper. There you go. I read the bottom and first half of each joke. They are entirely disconnected. But it could have been. It could have been cool. Maybe it would have worked. The Legion doesn't want safe haven for everyone, like the NCR. They want land for the Legion. No, I get that. I'm saying that I would have found them to be more compelling if they had explored not trying to make a safe haven for anybody who's not quote unquote a legionnaire. Like, sure, still just looking for land for the Legion, but able to be a swift governing force versus a slow governing force. I think they are the foil to the NCR because they're not a government like the NCR. They're monsters. House can be the egalitarian man in the chair style government. See, but for me, that's more diametric opposition, rather like that's your opposition or your opponent rather than your foil. Like the foil would be sort of accomplishing the same things but going about it in a different means. Having different stances on things, you know, like in the sense it's like, I'm a tough cop who like I'm a tough cop who doesn't play by the rules, and it's like I'm the one who plays by the rules, and I'm no nonsense. They're foils to each other because they counteract each other in that way, but they play to each other and they both want the same thing in the end, justice, but they're still foils for that because they go about it differently. So I think that the Legion's your opponent if you're the NCR rather than your foil, even if those things can be quite similar. And in fairness, an opponent can be your foil. I'm being rigid in my stance on it. This is not to say, again, this is not to say that the Legion is a bad part of the game in any capacity of like, oh yeah, I think that's a bad element to the game. I think it's interesting. I just think I would have found the Legion more compelling if they had presented more than just like, we're raiders. Like, yeah, this is just because of the again, I'm not super into other Fallouts, but of what I know of Fallout 3 and from what I've played in Fallout 4, New Vegas seems really political. And what I mean by that is not like taking stances on like real world politics, but actually kind of requiring you to like engage factions. Well, the Legion is slow in New Vegas because their home base is far east and they're pretty incredibly stretched thin, and they are reaching out to Vegas. And so in the NCR, because they're trying to establish new territory in Vegas. NCR and House are foils. Yeah, NCR and House would be foils in that way. One being, yeah, the kind of like one man versus democratic rule. But it almost feels like he's more representative of, I don't know, like an economic system, I guess. Yeah, let's place some of this dirt down. Again, I'm just kind of yapping on it. It's an element of the game that I already enjoyed. I just do think it could have been given some more depth. But that doesn't mean it would have been a better game. That means I might have liked it more, but that doesn't mean that it's better. You know what I mean? It's like, that would be more tailored to me. But I'm not the end all be all of what is or is not a good game. Legion playthrough and come back to me with 60-page report on my desk by Friday. Not in your life. I guess that's my point, is currently as they exist, I don't feel a need to do a Legion playthrough, is I guess what I'm saying. Like, nothing that I saw about the Legion made me feel like I would learn anything new about them, like anything truly new about them, outside of getting some cool lore from playing through and playing with them. Like, they have not left me with the impression of like, I will get a cool and different view of the Legion by playing the Legion. Which, in their iteration as I know them, I don't get that impression. I kind of get the impression that it's exactly what it says on the boilerplate. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Legion expansion in the DLC, some NCR too, but yeah, you see a lot of their history. Actually, I should cut down. Yeah. I'll be interested to see though what they do with the Legion for the show, if they do anything with the Legion for the show. Which of course is why you should start a New Vegas DLC on Friday. Lash, you know, I think Mello might actually end your existence if I decide to not do Deltarune this Friday and instead played Delta Be Damned is crazy. I feel like you're just trying to summon Mello into existence to be like ready to take you out. Speaking of Hitman. Which also, I've been so enjoying Deltarune. I know we've talked a little bit about it, but like, I don't think not to say chapter 1 or 2 were not interesting. Chapter 3 kind of really ratcheted it up, like the game in terms of quality almost. Like it kind of became like a way more serious game. Everything else was kind of like, ooh, something's going on. I don't know what. Has Toby Fox said at all how many chapters he plans to do? Like, will the 5th chapter be the final chapter? Have you watched the trailer for season 2? No. Nah, I didn't want to get any spoilers of like, oh, that character lived. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know currently if like the ghoul and the lady and Marius, was that his name? The Marcus, maybe? Lancelot or whatever his name, the Squire, I don't know if he lived. Or the dog, or the dad, or I think that's or Rico. I forget the actor's name, but he played Rico in Hannah Montana. I can't unsee it. I go, what? Rico, what are you doing here? Up. Maximus, that's what it was. There'll be 7 chapters. Wow. So we're just barely past the halfway point. So that final chapter is coming out in what, 2035? Dear Lord. Ain't never getting to that one. A million trillion years before Toby Fox comes out with that. 7 more chapters. It's gonna be like, yeah, 2035. Elder Scrolls is gonna come out, and he's gonna be like, all right, here's the final chapter. I'm sorry, I don't know why I gave it straight to Bethesda there. I don't know. I didn't say which Elder Scrolls. It's gonna be 5. It's gonna be Elder Scrolls 5. It's gonna be Skyrim again. Get ready to join the crazies when you finish chapter 4. Oh man. Aw. I don't want to join the crazies. Aw, I don't, man. Is Nab not seen the car meme? Yeah, I think, yeah, if it's the one Tyler sent me a meme about a car from Deltarune. I don't know anything about it. I think it's got Asgore, and he like, I think he's just driving his car or something. Perfect. Poor innocent child? I ain't no innocent child. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm locked in. We just finished chapter 3 the other day and started into chapter 4 barely. I was crushed and devastated. They gave the most gut-wrenching tale of my life to a TV host who dances the most goofy of dances. My God, I never want to see him sad again. It nearly destroyed me as a human being. I think that was nearly the end of me. I don't think I could survive it happening twice. He was so sad. He was so sad, and he just wanted people to watch his television program, and he's so happy normally. Oh, man. At least Nap will fight the bosses after the nerf. He'll have it easy. Yo. Easy mode. Can't believe the Minecraft streamer did something other than play Minecraft. I actually think we've played Minecraft, what, like 6 times all year? I mean, that's so genuinely. We actually may have only played Minecraft for like, what, 6 streams? In 2025 so far? Because we played a lot of Fallout. Played some well, now I gotta know. Now I gotta go. Gotta check the VOD channel. It's the only way. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so a little more than 5. A little more than 5. Not that much. A little more than 5. A little more than 5. That, you know, it's not like a crazy amount or anything. Just a little. You know, I mean, it's a multiple of 5. It's you know, it's one. It's a multiple of 5. No, we don't need to go count. We don't need to go count on the VOD channel. Let's not worry about it. Let's not worry about it. Oh wow, look at this. Oh wow, look at the time. Wow, cool VOD channel. Who runs it? How did you get it? A VOD channel is run by the very own MJ, the archivist of the channel. Some sunny day, should the channel ever take off, you know, MJ will in fact be compensated. My God, deservedly so. This is the first time hearing about this. Well, shouldn't be. I feel like I've told you before. When possible, yeah. If this ever became a full-time gig, you would be compensated. Dear God, the good gravy. I feel terrible already. What do you mean? What do you mean? Up. You know, everything I've said before, we need to make Nap famous so I can get back. I'm just like, I'm going back to Kroger. I'm taking the clipboard. I might sound like a broken record, no worries. I tend to repeat myself all the time. But when will you play the next chapter of Deltarune? Chapter 4, we will continue on Friday, probably. Better yet, Silk Song. Well, I've never played Hollow Knight, but currently, this month's, by popular request, this month's sub goal is Hollow Knight. So if we hit the sub goal, then we will play Hollow Knight. And then after that, if there's more interest, maybe Silk Song, who knows? You're fine, it's volunteer. I still feel bad. You put a lot of effort into it. You make really cool thumbnails. It's sick and I feel bad and it's a part of why I don't have a proper mod team. I feel mod should be paid. It feels wrong to not compensate. Mods, make Nap famous. Yeah, just hit the button, hit the fame button. My God. So long as he's famous and not infamous. My God. I am a Nap gatekeeper, my gosh. Angel's like, I actually actively delete and report posts that I see talking about Nap. I make sure nobody hears about him ever. I don't want anybody to know he exists. And now I lost my Photoshop account. I should be compensated to get it back. Brother, I don't got Photoshop money. Brother, I've really got the Photoshop money for me. Oh my God. And even that, you know, sometimes we take on to the high seas. Who knows? No. Where did I leave it? We 1 to 3 people make tons and tons of mods for the server just because they love making us happy. They're not paid at all unless we give them money voluntarily. Yo. And you know, if in passion project situations, you know, that's fine for some people to be that way. You know, I just strongly feel that if I were to have somebody be for lack of a better word, like full time kind of working. Like anytime I'm live, they gotta be there to be moderated and all these other things. Like I would want them compensated, you know. It was a nice 4 years of school access. We're now exploring other avenues. Yes. Like Lafayette Street. Oh, some other, yeah, boulevards even. I never even see posts about that. I'm just that good. True. It's totally just not because they're not made. It's totally not because nobody in the right mind is talking about Nap the 7th. No. You're just dodging them. Check it out, channel. Yo. Feel free to check out the main YouTube channel as well. New YouTube video up there. Yes. Yes. Very cool. I still don't know. Speaking of, I'm still not sure what happened. It corrupted slightly, and so now there's some pixelation with some of the stuff. Oh, also, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't want to. It's. Pop. Yeah, I don't know if anybody here has seen it, but it was it's a bit of an odder video, the latest one on the channel. It's about Howl's Moving Castle, and explicitly dives into the interest that I had into the changes Miyazaki made from book to screen, because he changed that story a lot. As the raise you, do not do that. No, don't do that. It's one thing, the bit about taking clipboards to a Kroger to get people like you're doing charity work. That's funny, but nah, don't go into other streamers' chat and bug them about your boy. I appreciate the thought. The thought's very, very kind, but no, I don't want people to be pestering other people about it. That's similar to the like sub for sub and like all that other stuff. It's just not the rat race I wish to be part of, you know? Also, 9 times out of 10, I think it tends to put people more off your content than putting them on it. Right? They're like, dude, who's this guy? David, how are you? What happens when you get to a certain follower goal? I got some stuff in mind for that. We're not anywhere near it, so I'm not really worried about that. That's more just there for the fun of it, you know. What reward is granted? Currently, none has been announced, because again, we're not really near it. If we got like halfway there, I'd probably actually start putting like a plan towards a reward. There would be something, but follower rewards aren't really as thought out. Because usually the sub goal changes each month. Manipulated to play 16 streams to New Vegas. I'm so good at my job. Oh my god. Did we really play 16 New Vegas streams? Wow. That is a lot. It didn't feel like that many. Alright, we'll drop those there. Put these in here. Perfect. Nev, why did you shoot that arrow? Well, you see, because I had the bow in my hand, and right click is arrow shooting, and I was trying to also open the door. So I wasn't trying to shoot the arrow in the slightest. Stop abusing your door. No, I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna keep abusing the door no matter what. Ah. Ironically, that is a way you can die in a hardcore world because those arrows still have power, so if they dropped onto you, it would be a problem. I kept going, oh, look over here. There's a quest line I really enjoy. It'll take the entire street. That is true. That is true. You were like adamant. You were like, no, Nap. You don't want to do the main quest. Nope. No. You want to come over here. You want to do all this side. Like, don't you want to know all the companions? Don't you want to know all there is to do for the NCO, for these people? Don't you want to meet the boomers? I don't even know how any of that factored in the end, I feel like. Like, I do, because obviously they helped with the attack on the dam, but like, oh my gosh. I feel like I probably could have taken it without them. Would have been a bit less smooth, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Janice, I'm probably gonna end right now. We're a bit early, but I'm a bit tuckered. So I'm probably gonna end a little early and call it here. With an aim for Friday to be Deltarune. Continue. Everyone you recruited shows up at the dam. That's true. That's true. And they helped. They all rocked up. It was great. But I think the dam without them, but it's not as cool. Yeah, that's fair. It's definitely not as cool. But anyway, cheers. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And I'll see you Friday. Budget. Bye, budget. Bye, budget. Bye. Budget. Bye.